I woke up this morning. I can smell it in the air.
Wait, you smell my... Never mind.
There's a certain aroma. It was not a Mo related aroma, but I smelled it in the air nevertheless. NFL training camp is almost upon us. Certain teams are starting to report. The season is back. We are almost ready to exit off-season activities, to talk about what's in front of us, talk about what's going on, who's vying for position battles, who's going to be starting quarterbacks at what teams. It's almost time to get serious. But it's not time right now because we have at least one more week of off-season content left. So as you see by the title, today we're going to put every single NFL team's wide receiver one into a tier list. We're going to tier list the best of the best, the top pass catcher on every single team.
Thank God you smelled training camp. I thought you smelled something else because I ain't gonna lie. My stomach had issues this morning.
Okay.
Issues.
Yeah, like I said, we're going to do one more tier list before we jump into coverage of what's actually happening next week. This should be a fun one because
we're so smart. Because we just timed the release of this perfectly. Where it's like, all right, let's get quarterbacks, receivers, then real stuff. No, like dead of the offseason stuff. Like that honestly would have been foolish.
No tight end tier list?
No. It's okay.
So this is going to be the top wide receiver on every team. Not necessarily the top 30 because, there's some teams that have two of the best 30 receivers, like T. Higgins is going to be on this list. It's every single team's wide receiver one to kind of get a gauge for which teams have the best threat at the position. We're going to tier them 1 through 5 in tiers instead of letters. Yeah, man, you guys know how it works. You guys have seen tier lists before. You understand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Every team, every time you do this exercise, it's like anywhere from like 15 to like 20 guys that you could put as like, they're a top 10 receiver, especially if like everything clicks for them, everything for us or every season can be like a top 10 season for a certain receiver. And so that's why it is better that we're doing like tier 1 through 5 instead of A through F.
Yeah, pretty much every tier 2 receiver has the ability to have a tier 1 season.
Yeah. So are you guys doing this tier list based off of what they did last year, or is there like a little bit of projection
I'm glad
going
you
into this?
Yeah, I think it's the same thing as a QB tier list. It's pretty much entirely projection. It's what we think they'll be for this coming season, which to do that, you account for what they did last year as like the main measurement point. But we'll definitely have some team context or some changes in role that it's pretty much purely projection for this coming season.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense. I hope you guys don't fuck this shit up for me, man.
We'll see.
Listen, my football knowledge going into this year, especially when it comes to wide receivers, which is one of the more exciting positions, obviously, is heavily reliant on this list.
This is your end all be all?
It's going to be the blind leading the blind.
Yeah. With that being said, if you guys are watching on YouTube, do us a favor. Drop a like, subscribe, help the new channel grow. If you're on audio platforms, leave us a 5-star review, help the Spotify pages grow. Follow us on TikTok, follow us on Instagram, all of our individual socials. Yeah, man. Let's jump straight into episode 3 of House Call.
Hello.
Nice. Good ad lib.
Guys, Atlanta to the core.
Before we get into the tier list, before we get to the main topic, you guys know if you saw last week, episode 2, new tradition around here. We're going to start each show with our new segment, Mo Knows, the Mo you know. Mo, what is the one thing you learned about the NFL this week?
I can't say my IQ did indeed increase because I found out that over the course of last year, there was a big conversation, big misunderstanding, big argument about a specific play from your favorite team, the tush push.
Okay. Tush push discourse. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. Apparently, people hate that play. A lot of goddamn team owners hate that play because of the way it looks. They think it's an unfair advantage and all that. And basically, I had to sit back and tell myself, bro, I needed to research what the fuck is a tush push. Why does it sound so childish? Why does it sound like something I would be given timeout for back when I was in 5th grade? Tush push. What's going on, man? Apparently a tush push is when the quarterback just has a few of his teammates, whether it be the running back or the tight end or whatever it might be, go ahead and push his quarterback, literally push his butt forward. Yeah. His buttocks is pushed forward. All right. And this apparently happens for all like short yardage plays. And it's an unfair advantage. Apparently, I think I saw it
unfair. Shut up.
90%.
That's what you should have learned. You should have learned that it's not an unfair advantage.
I saw Donovan heard the topic, put his iPad down, said I'm ready to fucking argue. So, like you guys saw, this is a segment where Mo, an NFL newbie, tells us one thing he learned. So this is hilarious because you're so green to this conversation. Donovan, you just let loose. Give us your opinion on the tush push as an Eagles fan.
First of all, it's a great play for us, and I will say. by the letter of the law, it should be illegal. Like it actually is kind of wild because you can't pull people forward, right? Like that's also illegal. So to say like, okay, we're gonna to have like the purpose of the spray, do this and push people forward. Like maybe that's not fair, but also it's impossible to legislate because even on just like regular run plays, you'll see people get stopped and then all the O linemen just go ahead and push the power forward and like you're not going to throw a flag on those plays, so like you can't really do it on the tush push. Also, be a man. Just be a man. Line up. Get a hat on a hat. Let's see who can get lower. Let's see who can get some leverage and just stop it. Like, and you can also see across the league the teams that are actually able to run it like pretty successfully. It's really like us and the Bills, and that's because the Eagles have a super strong quarterback. Josh Allen is 6'5", 350 pounds, whatever. Like you also do have to have the personnel. You do have to have the offensive line. Our offensive line is especially last year, one of the biggest and heaviest O lines in the league. So
straight beat.
It's about technique. It's about personnel, and you just have to be able to run it. And just because like the Eagles, they also weren't even the most successful at it last year. Like it wasn't as unstoppable as it was 2 years ago. So
That's
man, be a man and line up. Like
that's
it really is
activity to
just
ban
that,
it, bro.
Yeah, I mean, there's some like somewhat logical arguments like he mentioned, but the biggest thing they pushed forward in the vote when they were trying to get banned with the league was safety concerns, which were just like completely unfounded. It was such the like fakest grasping for straws reason to get it banned.
and
like,
they had no facts.
People will probably get hurt more. You know, there's a lot of contact. There's no data to back it up. So yeah, I was in like, get wrecked. Like, how about you tell your quarterback to get in the lab and get those glutes up?
Yeah, exactly.
Tell him to go fucking.
Speaking of getting them glutes up too, I found out that Jalen Hurts squats 600 pounds.
Yeah,
you were gonna find that out regardless. They mentioned it about 5 times again.
Really? Every single broadcast.
5 times again.
Yeah. End of the day, I'm like, it's completely fair. Anybody can do it. They have the personnel to do it. I don't really care. If there was a good reason to ban it, I would be fine. Go for it. But if nobody's going to present a real good reason that passes the sniff test, I don't really care that it stays.
Yeah, the best reason that I've heard to ban it has been whenever people say like it is kind of like cooking the entertainment product of like taking the suspense out of a fourth down, out of a 4th and 1, because you know how successful that play is. And so at least for me, whenever I'm watching the Eagles or even just like across the league, but really specifically with us, if it's like a 2nd and 5, I'm like, okay, fine. We have 3 downs here.
Yeah.
Even if it's an incomplete pass and it's 3rd and 5, I don't really care what happens over the next 2 plays as long as we can get 3 yards. Because on 4th and 2, on 4th and 1, we're gonna run the tush push. We're probably gonna get it, and that's gonna be it. And so if you want to say like we need to have some type of unpredictability or add a little bit more of that to 4th downs, fine. Like that's
if every team was doing it.
I think that's the best one.
If 10 to 15, 25 teams were doing it, I'd be with you. We're not going to ban the dunk. Doesn't take away entertainment value because Shaq can do it real good. Yeah. Like just because Jalen Hurts and that line.
Yeah, but he doesn't. But Shaq isn't dunking on like every play. But I think especially as you see more teams go for it on 4th down, as you see more teams operate the way that they operate on 3rd down to set them up for 4th down.
It's an advancement of strategy. Right. It happens across every sport all the time. Like
I know, I know, but you've also seen like, it's like your guy Trae Young, him jumping into the back of somebody is foul grifting and getting to the free throw line. Is it very efficient? Mm-hmm. Yes. But do we want to see that? Not all the time. So like if you want to say that that's kind of the point of you have this very efficient and strategic play, but we don't really want to see that. If that's the best argument, fine, I guess. Yeah. But my ultimate thing is really just you're just gonna have to just line up.
Kyler Murray isn't doing tush pushes. There's a reason. Like you have the perfect personnel to do it. You're gonna do it more effectively than everybody else. Everybody can do it, but that's part of the new rationale. Have a big quarterback is good.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen like different versions and formats of the tush push like long ago, like 10, 12 years ago, and this just feels like the most abused format of it.
Yeah, QB sneaks aren't new. Like Cam Newton was jumping over the line 10 years ago. Tom Brady was really great at QB sneaks forever. Like it's not new. It's just the facet of pushing the people behind him into it. People realize that's impossibly, you can't stop the momentum of just the sheer force of all the guys pushing. So it's just a new, increased, better version of what existed before, which is the name of the game. And every single facet of NFL football is to continue to find ways to improvise.
Losers, bro. I can't believe it, bro. That's the biggest loser thing I've heard all month.
All I'm saying is Mekhi Becton is now on the Chargers. They took one of the interior linemen from them. Justin Herbert is just as big and strong as any quarterback. All I'm saying is
He's not gonna do it.
I better see them push Justin Herbert over that motherfucking line.
It's
You
not
better
gonna
get
happen.
them
Bradley
boots
Bozeman
ready.
is a tiny center, so it's probably not going to work with him.
Yeah.
Not
But
gonna
listen, one more left guard we draft and put Zion Johnson in the center. We're pushing Justin Herbert over the line. Okay, that's the end of Mo Knows for episode 3. Every week we'll learn one more thing that Mo educates himself on as he goes upon his journey to become a informed NFL fan. But now it's time for the main part of this episode. It's time to get to this NFL wide receiver 1 tier list. We're going to do what we did last week. We're going to go division by division and put every single team's number 1 wide receiver into this tier list. You see it on the screen, tier 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's start with the Vikings division. Let's start with the North, just so we can do Justin Jefferson first. Because I feel like we have to set a baseline. Tier 1 wide receiver, Justin Jefferson.
Yes.
And
that is the best receiver in the NFL.
yeah, and there's some conversation between him and Jamar Chase after how dominant of a year Chase had last year, but you don't give the belt away after 1 year. I think it's still fair to call Justin Jefferson the best.
What makes him the best specifically?
So he's an amazing route runner. He's
Yeah.
a top 3 to 5, whatever the tier 1 route runners is. He is in that conversation. He has just the best hands of all time besides Jerry Rice. Like his ability to make contorted catches at insane angles. There's been a lot made about his vision being crazy. There's been stories written that he has a unique gene that makes it so he can track the ball with both eyes and go. Most people have like their right eye dominant, so they catch it like they look with their right eye into the right hand. He can do it with both hands. He's like ambidextrous with his eyes, so that shows itself on the field. His ability to make the most unique catching angles ever and come down with it is ridiculous. Any quarterback can play with him because he will always be open, just because you can throw anywhere and he'll find a way to track the ball.
Yeah, he's quarterback proof.
Yeah.
And I think like when you start getting to tier 1 and like the top of tier 1, that's what you want. You want a guy who, it doesn't matter if we have Joe Burrow or if we have Davis Mills out here. I'm still going to go out and I'm going to get 1,300 yards. I'm going to get 8 to 10 touchdowns a season. I'm going to get all the catches. He can do that for all the things that Isaac said. He's insanely tough. Like the hits that Justin Jefferson takes and his ability to just get back up, go to the next play. Like he had a hamstring injury, but honestly has been pretty like durable.
Yeah, well, he's gotten hurt a couple of times
Yeah.
in the past few years, so he hasn't played 16 games in a few years. But it's not like ticky-tack injuries. Like he's getting serious injuries, which is unfortunate. But yeah, you're right. He can take a beating. He can occupy the middle of the field and make contested catches. He has the height-speed combination to beat you up the sideline. He has the ability to make people miss in the short area, which is the one thing Jamar Chase is better than him. Jamar Chase is one of the best run-after-the-catch receivers ever.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson's pretty damn good at that too. He can make the first guy miss. He's like damn near the perfect receiver. He checks every box. I don't even know what the biggest flaw would be.
The only thing that would make him the perfect receiver is like you take Justin Jefferson and put him in like Julio Jones' body.
Yeah, make him
and then,
stronger.
And then it's like, okay, like that's the perfect receiver. But outside of that, there's
Yeah, maybe it
nothing
is
that he
injuries. Maybe he was just a little bit stronger. He wouldn't get hurt in the past couple of years, but that's a very minute detail.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, he doesn't look like or feel like the most brutally like imposing force as a receiver. And of course you don't have to be, but when like traditionally when someone like me thinks about like a top X receiver, I think of someone like Julio, Megatron, Antonio Brown, guys like that who just like clearly stick out. And I saw a video of him working out. I'm just like, Ray built like a string bean. What's going on? I'm like, what's going on?
He's closer to the Randy Moss, Marvin Harrison body type where he like glides and isn't gonna like head top everybody, but he's ridiculously open. He's really good at using his body control to block off DBs and being able to occupy the space and make the catches. All the fundamentals of extended hands, late hands, all the different ways you have to be a versatile receiver in versatile situations. He's just amazing at all that technically.
Okay.
He
Makes
got
sense.
it. Yeah, he's one.
Yeah. Not much to say. Obviously, he was going to be placed here. Amon-Ra St. Brown going over to the Lions. Do we want to also put him in tier 1?
I think we have to. I think like if you want to make the argument that like that he's the tip top of tier 2, okay. Amon-Ra outside of like any like outside of AJ Brown or like any like Eagles player, Amon-Ra is my favorite receiver in the league. He
Why?
is. I think Amon-Ra is one, does everything that you would want out of like a team player, right? He does all the blocking, he does all the dirty work. He goes across the middle. He's insanely tough. Like he is the definition of dog at receiver, right? And so I think for him to be able to dominate from primarily like the slot, like he's not going to go out on the outside, win from there, right? So I think that's what separates him in terms of like, okay, maybe he is at like the top of tier 2 is that he is not this natural X receiver. Put him on the outside, he's gonna win.
Does he like the foot speed and all that, or what?
He's not the fastest, but it's not an issue. He's a slot receiver mostly because he's amazing at it, and he's in the vertical threat of, say, Justin Jefferson, a Jamar Chase, a Nico Collins. He's not the biggest, fastest guy that he's going to be a downfield, clear out, we're going to throw it to you in contested catch situations. That's not him, but he's an amazing route runner. One of the strongest bodies in the league and from that position as slot receiver. Fantastic blocker, fantastic dirty work receiver over the middle, can make guys miss. He's like this most traditional slot receiver, but it's not like he doesn't line up outside. Like they move him around a lot. Ben Johnson's whole thing is he's fantastic at moving his receivers around the formation, putting them in motion and being able to use them in different ways. Amon-Ra can win on the outside. It's just not, we're not going to send him on go balls type of running on the outside, but he can run out routes. He can run comebacks, curls. He can do all the whole full route tree. It's just, they're going to put him in the slot more because that's where he's best. Okay. I'm fine putting him towards the bottom of tier 1.
Yeah, that's where he belongs. Like I do think that he deserves that respect, because even though that he doesn't have the archetype that people normally think about of like, tier 1 number 1 receiver, the productivity that he's had it's like it's there. And he's also a guy where like he's missed games here and there, but a majority of the time you're gonna look out onto the field and Amon-Ra is gonna be there. I think that stability and his ability just to be on the field is worth so much for Detroit. So I'm putting him at the bottom of tier 1.
He was 4th in the NFL in yards after catch versus zone. He's amazing at finding the holes in zones and working his way to them. And him and Jared Goff have a fantastic connection over the middle of the field. Goff is commonly given praise as being able to actually occupy the middle of the field, which a lot of younger quarterbacks or smaller quarterbacks can't do. It's a big skill gap in quarterbacks. A big reason for him being so good at that is because Amon-Ra is so easy to find there.
Okay.
And honestly, the run blocking is like super underrated. I don't know how much that matters in this conversation or for most receivers, but him, Puka, a couple others, like it's a real notch on their belt.
Yeah, I do think if you're talking about, and we said it before, there's like 18 to 20 guys who on any given year can be a top 10 receiver. And so when you're talking about like year over year, what consistently puts you in the top 5, the top 7, and staving off some of these other people who have had better statistical years or really good statistical years, it is on a lot of the plays where people aren't watching you because it is a run play and you're out here still like setting stuff up. And I think everything that Detroit does, and obviously like it's going to be so interesting watching them operate without Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
But their offense was so creative, and they were allowed to be creative because they have receivers like Amon-Ra who can go block, who can go do different things. And now you can move people around and really just mess up defense's brain because they're so versatile.
Let's go on the opposite end. What do you want to do with DJ Moore?
Bro, I have no idea.
Dude, he sounds so divisive. Whenever I hear anything about DJ Moore, it's like people give him slack because of the volatile situation that his career has been in.
Yeah.
From the start of Carolina at the end of the Cam Newton age to what he experienced over there in Chicago through just seems like turmoil. I'm so curious to where you guys are going to put him.
Yeah, so I'm a big DJ Moore respecter typically. But in terms of the turmoil last year, he is a major part of it. Or let me not say that. The turmoil was because they had the worst coaching situation in the NFL. It led to terrible QB play, terrible wide receiver play, terrible wide receiver utilization, especially. But DJ Moore saw that pressure, and instead of rising to the occasion, he crumbled under that pressure. He decided, I will make the situation worse. And in all the ways he could, he made the locker room worse. He gave up on routes and was just like out there, just not trying, clearly not running full speed. If there was routes where he wasn't the primary receiver, he's jogging. He already got paid, like you just referenced your hand. He got paid before the season. So there was very little motivation out of DJ Moore last year. Just, reading the tea leaves. Obviously, we don't know the guy. It felt like it was nowhere close to him caring. He had the fourth worst success rate versus man last year in the NFL of any wide receiver charted by reception perception. 4th worst success rate versus man.
Damn, bro. That's tough.
It's terrible. Now, he's obviously capable of being a great after the catch weapon. You get him the ball, on screens, on drag, slants, in the short to intermediate area. He can break a play off and make big yards happen. We know that to be the case. But last year was such a disaster. I feel like we had to put him like top of tier 3. He can't be tier 2 anymore.
That seems fair because it's just I do feel bad because he's just never in a great situation his entire career. But you do at a certain point for the guys in tier 1 and tier 2. That's what we just what we just mentioned. Where it doesn't matter. Like you've seen receivers on trash teams still go and still get 1,200 yards, still get X amount of touchdowns, still be productive. And so for that not to happen, I think you can tell like DJ Moore is not going to be a tier 1 receiver.
No, never that.
Yeah. But the consistency that he's shown throughout his career in certain, bad situations in certain years, it lets you know that the talent's there, but it really is just on a year-by-year basis on how he's feeling, how is the team feeling. So I think tier 3 is fine. And at his peak, you could be the top of tier 2. But going into next year, like there is a world where if Ben Johnson comes in and does all the things that everybody talks about, he might not even be the best receiver on his team the next time that we do this. Like, I don't think it's crazy to think that Rome takes a step next year with the new offense and a new coach who puts.
What's intrinsically like different between those two, and how does like Ben Johnson's play style?
It's just youth. It's just that Rome is a rookie, top first round pick. I think it was the 7th pick in the draft, something like that, 7th or 9th, and he's 6'3", fast, great hands on the sidelines, deep ball threat, and recently drafted. Well, actually, no, neither one was drafted by Ben Johnson, so I guess that's not a notch in Rome's favor. But one's about to be 30, one's a highly drafted first round pick. It's easy to imagine the baton, the chains being snatched as number 1 guy. So yeah, I agree. DJ Moore clearly has tier 2 ceiling, but he's not getting any younger. The big reasons besides the coaching misfunction last year was based on him and his motivation. I don't want to project too much and go tier 2. I think top of tier 3 is a good conservative middle ground.
Yeah, we can go into the season. You can have best on your team. Be on the lookout.
Yep. Matthew Golden, rookie. We could put Jaden Reed, but I just wanted to put the first round picks because it's fun to imagine. Let's hope that you spend a first round pick in a receiver and he's immediately your wide receiver 1. So right now Jaden Reed is probably better, but it's more fun for the thought exercise to put Matthew Golden on here. And to me, clearly tier 4. I don't think it'll be tier 5. I think tier 5 is like you shouldn't be the top wide receiver on your team. And I do have faith that Matthew Golden can be really good, but if DJ Moore is tier 3, I don't think Matthew Golden's gonna be better than that next year.
I think I guess it's kind of unfair, but I feel like tier 5 is kind of where we have to go just because it's so unproven. But
if you want projection though,
if you want to say tier 4, I'm okay with it because with Matthew Golden's skill set and his ability to really be a vertical threat, everybody's talking about Golden like, hey, he's gonna come in, he's gonna change Jordan Love's life. And so if you do have that kind of impact year 1 on a unit that is deep. Right, like you have guys that are solid NFL players, but nobody's like taking that number 1 chain. If you do walk in and you're able to get that, I do think that says something for a room that has guys who've been in the league for 2 to 3 years, and you're able to walk in and be the number 1 guy.
I think this offense is perfectly suited for him to have a good rookie year. This team wants to be a beat you deep vertical passing attack. Jordan Love's obviously got hurt week 1, so that really like weighs down every receiver on this team's production last year. If he's healthy, they clearly want to be a beat you vertically offense. They have Watson, who is the X receiver that's going to go there and clear out. Watson's real good at running straight, fast, real fast. And they have Jaden Reed, who can occupy the middle of the field, beat you deep, be in the slot. And then Matthew Golden there to be the second guy, the flanker receiver that can really take advantage of the gravity of Christian Watson, running real fast, real deep. And then, you have to pay a lot of attention to Jaden Reed. I can totally understand Matthew Golden being the favorite here. He had a 82% success rate against zone last year. And that's the type of role that you're going to see him be able to really kill it in. I don't think year 1 he's going to be this crazy man beater, but I don't think you're necessarily going to need him to be. I think he can have a really productive season and be tier 4 just by being that flanker receiver.
Yeah, and when you think about like the offense that Green Bay has, like none of the other guys are like insane man beaters, and so I don't think dialing up and putting everybody in position to where it's like, all right, 1-on-1, you go beat your man, you go beat your man. That's just not what they're going to do anyways. So like having that amount of success against zone, that is very, I guess, promising when you look at what are you going to be able to do next year. So tier 4 is fine. I just do think that I guess tier 5 can go to the guys who it's proven you're not a number 1 guy. And he still has a little bit more of that potential.
Yeah, it's purely like rookie hope for him, really. Yeah. So like we can acknowledge that it is some rookie hope, but why not have rookie hope with first round picks?
If you feel really good about the situation, their idealized style of play, tier 4 sounds right.
Yeah, just because the fit is good, I'm fine giving that hope. It's not like we're giving the hope of tier 3 or 2. Tier 4 is pretty conservative still.
Yeah, he'll be 24th best receiver in the league next year. And if he is, that's
is that better than Jaden Reed?
24th best receiver in the league. But
Yeah.
Jaden Reed's probably somewhere around there. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's probably
Okay.
somewhere around there.
Makes sense.
Jaden Reed's also very, very underrated. Like he gets talked about like he's this like generic slot receiver that just runs drags all day, but Jaden Reed is good.
Yeah. Apparently he's a post route merchant. He has the highest post route rate at 22%.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
It is.
Next one. Let's go to the AFC West. Lad McConkey. Where did we do with our great white hope out in
You
Los
tell
Angeles?
you tell me.
Oh, clearly tier 2. Clearly
Wow.
tier 2.
That's my
Wait,
guy. That's
super
my
clear?
guy.
Wow.
Super clear. I mean, you can tell me if somebody wants to be conservative and say top of tier 3, sure. But I think he's without a doubt.
I disagree. I don't think that there's any argument for Lad to be outside of tier 2.
I'm just trying to open up the door for lack of bias. But
I don't care.
I don't give a fuck either.
I don't
Wow.
This man is so fucking good. This is already, he walked into the league. First half of the year, he's a rookie, had to get his feet under him. Second half of the year, they realized, we got to run our goddamn offense to this guy. He is already ready. He was the best slot receiver in the NFL last year outside of Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Wow.
Like that, he had the second most yards from the slot out of the entire NFL. So lining up there, he already number 2 in total yardage. He was number 1 in yards per route run in the intermediate area, which I think really signals what makes him special. His route running is just insane. Everything you thought you get from him as a draft prospect, you saw he's this short white boy that's going to be a slot receiver, but he has 4.3 speed, high 4.3s. You're like, okay, that's going to be the slot merchant, fast route runner, but he's going to be really quick. That's precisely what he is. He is everything we expect him to be. He is ridiculously fast, ridiculously sharp route runner, plays the game the right way, lunch pail guy. You want to bring him home to mom. Hard, first one in, last one out. All of that is true. He lived up to exactly what you could have hoped.
Wow. Awesome. Dog. Just insane, insane amounts of dog. And we joked around I joked around with Golden, changing Love's life. McConkey is changing Herbert's life.
Really?
And he's Herbert's had to deal with just some of the worst wide receiver play in the league since he's, been there, and especially since Keenan left. Having McConkey there is one of the best. It's one of the best options that he's had, since he's been in the league. And he can run after the catch. He can go deep. He has amazing hands. Like his ability to make contested catches is insane.
100%. It separates him from the regular slot receivers.
He's second in the NFL in contested catches at 83% against man.
Yeah, against man. That's exactly 100%. Like that, people don't realize that 83% contested catches versus man. Like he has real hands. He is not slow at all. He is fast. Like people comp him like, oh, is this a new Julian Edelman? He is fast.
He would dust Julian
He
Edelman
is
in a race.
fast.
I don't want to do that. Yeah.
The only flaw is he's tiny and he's small, so he'll never be able to beat you on the outside and be a true X receiver. You're gonna need him to mostly be in the slot. But he's also not there 100% of the time. This isn't Khalil Shakir. This isn't a guy we have to put in the slot and throw slants all day. Like, he moves around the formation. He can win outside. He's great on comebacks, great on out routes, can run a post, can truly be versatile. And again, the only flaw is he's small and will probably get hurt a lot throughout his career. But as far as everything you can hope for a receiver from knowing that he's small and has that downside, he's that one.
And I don't even care about that because, like, the same way with Amon-Ra, there's a couple players that can dominate from the slot and you can actually build your offense around, and that would be your number one guy. And you've seen it. You've seen it before. Lad is going to be that guy. Yep. And one of the other things that is awesome is you also can't press. You think because he's small you can just go put your hands on. You can't press him. You can't press him. 98th percentile against the press.
I didn't even see that. That's insane.
98th. That's the kind of dominance and technical precision that you're talking about with Lad. So I do think if we're doing this 1 through 10. Listen,
you want to put him at number 10?
Listen,
I think it's 11 or 12 personally.
But it would not be. It absolutely would not shock me if we get to the end of this year and Lad McConkey is firmly in my top 10 as a receiver.
Wow,
firmly's gonna be hard because there's a lot of good receivers. But yeah, he could be 9 through 12 in any given year.
Wow, McConkey's
he's
breaking barriers, bro, defying odds.
He's that
I just wish there was at least one other good receiver on this roster. But his Lad against the world, him especially. You know why he looks so good?
Mm-hmm.
He plays opposite Quentin motherfucking Johnson. Have you seen that gif on Twitter of the robot running?
Yes.
People posting a video of this robot running. He's like, it's like an AI robot. And everyone's like Quentin Johnson running a 9 route. That's precisely how it looks. He looks like Jerry Rice next to QJ.
Wow.
Shout out Lad, man.
Speaking of Rice.
That's my guy.
Let's go to the Chiefs. Rashee Rice. Where are we putting him? He got hurt early in the year last year. But before he was getting hurt, he was pacing to be one of the most productive receivers in the NFL, playing off of Patrick Mahomes. just short yardage demon, yards after the catch demon, makes guys miss. He in terms of fantasy, which obviously isn't the best metric, but it does show just how much production you have. He was number 1 in points per game before he got hurt. He was just killing it in that offense, which was really moving towards short yardage gains. And the vertical threat isn't what it once was, so they have to really operate in the intermediate area. Patrick Mahomes gets the ball out fast. Rashee Rice is the perfect receiver for that.
He is. They turned him into Slant Boy 2.0.
They did, and it worked tremendously.
Yeah. And I think after Tyreek Hill left, you and the Chiefs are still dealing with it. And I think it obviously would have been different if Rashee was there, but like for them trying to create explosive plays, do you have the vertical threat? They have that in Xavier Worthy, and you saw like in the second half of the year that his connection with Patrick Mahomes started to come on pretty strong. But you have to figure out a way to get yards after the catch, and for a long time that was Travis Kelce's job. And now that he's getting older, how do you manufacture that? Do you have somebody who has the instincts like Kelce? That's very hard because Travis Kelce has some of like the best instincts and the best connection with Mahomes that we've ever seen. So can Andy Reid scheme up things for Rashee Rice? That's what they were doing. And so I do think that for his specific position and on his role in this team, when it's working, you can see tier 2, but I think as a whole, like throughout the league, he's probably like a tier 3 receiver.
Yeah, I think he's a tier 3 production because they're putting in the right position to succeed, but he's not a vertical threat. He's not the fastest guy. I don't think he has a complete package to be a tier 2 receiver, but he's going to have the numbers to be tier 3 and look him side by side with the guys there that even if you think some of the guys in tier 3 are more talented, more well-rounded, he's going to just produce, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
But basically, and again, like I'm looking at this right now. 36.7% of his routes in 2024 were on slants.
Yeah, the short area,
he's
get him the ball in space, he's going to make people miss. And he did. He did really well in that. Only 4 games played, though, so it is a very small sample size. So.
It is, but even the year before, like you saw the foundation of what they were trying to make him. And really, whenever he came on and you saw Rashee Rice starting to be that yak guy that they wanted him to be, that was another element to their offense that they hadn't had in I'm not even going to say in a long time because, again, like Kelce was that, but it gave you 2 guys who can start doing things after the catch and allowed you to be more explosive. And so as they're redoing this offensive line, I do think that like Rashee Rice is extremely important to what they want to do because if you can't run the football effectively, like if you're getting 3.9 yards out of Kareem Hunt or Isaiah Pacheco is like running hard but not really going anywhere, like you have to figure out a way to stay ahead of the sticks. And so just throwing, bubble screens or RPOs to Xavier Worthy all the time isn't necessarily going to work. You have to get the ball out to your playmakers. Rashee Rice is going to help them do that.
Yeah. Okay. Cortland Sutton, the complete opposite of Rashee Rice. Deep threat. Him and Bo Nix developed a good connection last year. He got over 1,000 yards. There was a few years where we were like, especially in the fantasy world, it's like, just look out for Cortland Sutton. He's the number 1 receiver there. He's going to get the deep balls. And then he just got terrorized by Russell Wilson. But this year we saw him actually develop into that number 1 receiver because Bo Nix gave him competent QB play. He's just like diet Terry McLaurin, just this downfield beater, really good on posts, really good on 9 balls, can just deep ball specialist. Not that he's incompetent in the short and intermediate areas, but it's not a specialty or anything, but very good one at the sideline. Where do we go for him?
Do you have to go like tier 3?
I was going to say top of tier 4 or tier 3. He's really good, but again, these are all number 1 receivers.
Yeah.
I just don't know if the ceiling is there.
4 is fine. 4 is fine. So I looked at, when I was looking at Sutton stuff, I looked really after week 4 because week 4 was that crazy game where Bo Nix has like 60 yards passing. And there was a moment where he had like more completions than yards, or he had like 6 completions and negative passing yards. It was super weird. But you kind of saw after that, like, then Sean Payton started to, redo the offense and give Bo Nix a lot more layups. And so that's whenever his connection with Cortland Sutton really, you started to see the trend of him going forward. After that, it was still only 150 yards after the catch for the rest of the season.
That ranks 103
in
the NFL.
Damn.
That's crazy.
After week 4, in what is that, 12 weeks?
He goes nowhere after the catch, apparently.
Yeah, he's just not the most dynamic guy with the ball in his hands, but he is a great man beater. He was 6th in yards versus man total. Again, one-on-one, he can beat his man deep. He can beat him in the intermediate, up the middle of the field on posts, all that type of stuff. So talented. He should be number 1 receiver. I think if you're tier 4, we're saying you don't need to be demoted. You don't need to be number 2. You can be the top guy on your team and then have an effective offense. So best at tier 4 feels very perfect placement for me.
I think
if Matthew Golden has a Cortland Sutton type of rookie year, that's perfect.
I was just about to say that because the superpower for Cortland Sutton is contested catches.
Yeah.
And that he can make just some wild, like, you know, at the end of the year, they always put out the highlights of like, here are the, 57 best catches of the year. And Cortland Sutton's always on there multiple times because he's just making wild catches in the back of the end zone. There's two people on him. He's jumping over. He's mossing people. If Matthew Golden, if he can moss some people and get 2 to 3 touchdowns in that way, that's awesome. I think that being able to also be great contested catch guy for a young quarterback, and then you can really just close your eyes and say Cortland's down there somewhere. That also helps a lot. So I think for that's part of the reason why I was like maybe tier 3, but I guess holistically in terms of like 30 guys, it's probably tier 4.
Yeah, it's tough. Speaking of contested catches, do you know who led the league in contested catch percentage last year at 88.9% of his contested targets being caught?
Please tell me.
Jacoby Myers, the new wide receiver 1 of the Oakland Raiders. One of the more underrated receivers in the NFL. Like I said, contested catches, 88.9% last year. That is insane. 1,000-yard season, 87 receptions. Incredibly underrated as number 2 wide receiver. When he was in that conversation, that's an elite number 2. Him next to Devontae Adams is a problem. Now he's number 1. Still a great player, still very underrated. But you definitely feel the absence of a true number 1 on this team. So he probably has to be tier 5. But if we were doing a tier list of number 2 receivers, I think he'd be pretty goddamn respectable. But it's just not. Brock Bowers is the number 1 receiver on this team.
And that's why, if you can't be the best pass catcher on your team, and granted, Brock Bowers is one of the best,
Yeah, it's not that he can't. Brock Bowers is elite.
Yeah, Brock Bowers is like that. But you're also not that. Like it is like you're just not the number 1 guy. I don't think if you have Jacoby Myers as your number 1 receiver that you feel good about your placement.
Damn.
And no, that's not even the damn thing, because like it's not because of him. He's a great player. You want him as a number 2. If you can have number 3, you're fucking cooking.
Yeah,
he's just they're gonna clearly address the need for a number 1 receiver in the coming year and a half. So it's not a fault of him. It's just, this is a number 1 receiver list. It's tough to get in the top, but very good player, very underrated still. Okay. And it is what it is.
And he's also just not the number 1 pass catcher on. He's on this list because he is a wide receiver, but that passing offense is gonna go through Brock Bowers.
Yeah. So again, honestly, a lot of the players in tier 5 and tier 4, I really like them. I'm like, these guys are so good. It's just we need to get another body there so you can be in your proper role.
That's why we didn't put F.
Yeah. So yeah, very fair. That's exactly. That's why we didn't do A through F, because to be a number 1 wide receiver, you're inherently good. So it's a better verbiage this way. Let's move over to the AFC South.
Okay.
Nico Collins, welcome to tier 1. You earned it this year. You are clear tier 1. I low key think he might be the 3rd best receiver in the NFL.
Wow.
And I know Donovan detest that because he has rooting interest in another man being the number 3 receiver in the NFL. But I low-key think Nico Collins is better than AJ Brown. It's a tough conversation because they're both amazing. Yeah. But I feel so confident in Nico Collins being capable of being the number 1 receiver in the league any given year. Obviously, I didn't say that because Justin Jefferson and Chase are in their own tier. But if you tell me Nico Collins produces on their level or better for a single year, that won't shock me.
I don't hate that. I think I like that verbiage a little bit better because I just see obviously I do think very highly of AJ Brown. But,
so do I.
But yeah, like there's only a couple guys that I think it's possible to do what like Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson does. And Nico Collins is one of those guys. And it's also very interesting to see when this guy's out the lineup, are you able to replace his production? The Texans can't do that at all. And so when Nico's not there, and shout out to Stephon Diggs and shout out to, to everything that he tried to do, you can't manufacture what Nico Collins does.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't manufacture Julio Jones regen. He is the best combination of speed, height.
We're throwing around Julio Jones regen.
I know,
a lot.
Listen, man.
I don't think it's crazy. This is the one.
It's not. It's wild, but it is wild. But it's not
I don't think so.
Give me the stats.
Julio's better, obviously, but that style of play, being 6'4", strong, ability to drive off the line of scrimmage, being able to have the quick hands off of release that people can't stay in front of you because you're too big, too fast, too strong, and beat you vertically. Yeah. He's number 1 in yards per route run versus man because he's just bigger, faster, and stronger than you, and he will dust you down the field. He's number 1 in efficiency on routes over 20 yards down the field. He is the true deep threat that, again, he's no slouch in the intermediate area. He's versatile. But in terms of the number 1 target running down the field, it's Jefferson, and then it's Nico Collins for best deep threats in the NFL.
Wow. It's so interesting because it's almost like when it comes to so far through this list, I don't notice a lot of big imposing wideouts like him.
Yeah.
And is that
They don't make them these
style,
days.
like,
They don't make them anymore.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They don't make them like that anymore. Okay.
Andre Johnson, Megatrons, Julio Jones, they don't pop out of factories anymore. Nico Collins is a dying breed of gigantic wide receivers.
Do I got a guy for you? Do I got a guy for you?
What are we feeding our kids these days, man? It's like the opposite of what that saying's usually for.
And I don't know why that pattern exists, but yeah, there isn't quite as many like huge wide receivers these days. And yeah, Nico Collins feels like a 2000s wide receiver in that way.
Because anybody who is 6'4" and crazy athletic, quarterback. Like we're gonna start putting you at quarterback now.
You're saying 10 years ago Anthony Richardson would have been a wide receiver?
Yeah. Like,
you sound like one of them. Really?
No, like you are
Put him a running back.
You're gonna
It's not my quarterback.
You're going to put the best you're gonna put the best athlete at quarterback. Like anybody who's the best athlete in the high school, you're gonna play 18 million positions. And unless you are like the top of your class, you're always going to lead to just putting the best guy at quarterback. So I do think that like maybe a little bit there's something there, but I'm not. Again, this is not a full-fledged theory, but
68% success rate on 9 routes. So just running straight, beating your man off the press. 68% success rate. 79% success rate on digs. 70% success rate on corners. 89% success rate on curls. And curls is the best indication of, are you good at using your deep threat ability to have a counter off of that? Because if you can run past them real fast, they're going to play off you and try to negate that deep threat. Can you hit him with a curl, hit him with a comeback to play off of that gravity and get open on the underneath? He's one of the best at that. He's truly fantastic in that area.
Tier 1,
bro.
Tier 1.
Tier 1.
Who you want to go to next?
Let's go with the rookie, because this is also one of your guys, Brian Thomas Jr. Or I guess it's
Second year.
Yes, it's second year now, but
you see Lad there in tier 2? We were ordering these tiers based off like a kind of semi-ordering within it. He's above Lad quite easily.
I don't think easily is the word. I'm extremely high on Lad.
Me too, but I would trade him in an instant for Brian Thomas Jr. In an instant. I wouldn't even fucking blink. I would trade him instantly.
You would do that. You would do that because also like Brian Thomas Jr. is the athletic freak where it's like he's a dog. He's 6'3", 215, 220, whatever. He's also great against press. Like the things that Lad does well, Brian Thomas Jr. also does. And so it's so funny because I feel like I'm gonna say this a million times this year. If this guy's firmly in the top 10 this year, and that's why this list is so hard. But like Brian Thomas Jr. can do everything.
He could break into tier 1 by the end of this year if he shows that it wasn't a fluke last year. So here's the thing. So he had a monstrous. I talked about Nico Collins being a top 2 deep threat in the NFL. Brian Thomas Jr. could be 3 by the end of next year. Like he is also that type of wide receiver. The height speed combination, being able to drive off the line. He's also in that top tier in that specific skill set. The problem is he did it the second half of last year when Trevor Lawrence got hurt and Mac Jones came in and they had a really good connection. He didn't have that connection in the first half of the year with Trevor Lawrence. So it's kind of a coin flip. Do we see that build this year and he's able to replicate that with Trevor in the lineup and prove that, it's not a fluke? He once again is a premier height, speed, weight combination and he can continue to be this level of downfield threat? Maybe. If it happens, I think he'll probably be tier 1 by the end of next year.
Yeah, there's a world where everything clicks in Jacksonville and like Jacksonville's a top 10 offense.
Yeah, because Liam Cohen.
Yeah, because of Liam Cohen, because of Brian Thomas Jr. If you think that Travis Hunter is going to come in and at least be a solid wide receiver 2, then obviously everything else is going to open up for everybody else. And
you don't think he could be the one?
No, Brian Thomas Jr. is like that.
No.
I mean, it's possible. Travis Hunter's like that too, so it's possible. It's possible.
That's what I was going to say.
Okay.
Unless
who knows?
Everyone's like said like, Travis he can't play both ways, and then he does it, and he's just like the best cornerback and the best receiver in the country. He can come in, and everyone's saying the same thing. You can't do that at the NFL level. What if he does? Like, what if he's just like one of those guys that is truly generational?
This could prove to be the best wide receiver duo in the league. That's very possible.
That's
they could
so
hit that.
crazy. That's so scary.
But yeah, so obviously Brian Thomas, fantastic vertical threat that really killed it in the second half of the season. He's also amazing at breaking tackles and getting yards after the catch. He was tied for first in the NFL for most play percentage of breaking at least one tackle.
Jesus,
50% of his 28 opportunities, he broke at least one tackle. He is agile in the intermediate areas of the field and can make people miss. He is the full package. It's not just a like Alec Pierce vertical deep threat only or Christian Watson vertical deep threat only. He can also do things underneath. He can also make people miss. That's the type of things that separates guys that can be a tier 1 level receiver because they have the agility to make the plays with the ball in their hands.
Oh my God.
I think he has that gene.
Dude, best case scenario from what it's sounding like, these guys, the Jaguars, have the potential to have like a top wide receiver duo. In the league.
They do, but don't ever forget they are the Jacksonville Jaguars.
True.
What I mean.
We're talking a lot about best case scenario. Ask a Jaguars fan when's the last time they got best case scenario.
It doesn't happen for them.
They got bad luck. They got the stink. They got the cheese touch.
They do.
Yes,
they do. But Liam Cohen proved last year that he can lead a truly amazing vertical passing attack, which lends itself well to Brian Thomas Jr. and Travis Hunter's wide receivers, and an effective run game because he got the most out of that Tampa Bay running attack that was pretty bad for a few years in a row.
Yeah.
So if he can translate that and be a first-time head coach and get the same success he saw in Tampa Bay, special offense is in the cards. They also upgraded their offensive line over recent years. There is a world in which their offense is special, but I don't want to get my hopes up too much.
So what makes him different from Nico Collins?
He sample size. He's just young. I did it for half a season, opposed to Nico, who's 2 years into being elite.
Okay, makes sense.
And Nico's better in some other key areas, some route running areas that Brian Thomas Jr. is young and raw, but that's his ceiling.
Okay.
But yeah, Nico's just like older and closer to his prime.
Yeah.
Who you want to do next?
Let's go Josh Downs with the Colts.
Josh Downs interesting. Kind of like Jacoby Myers, where I was talking about like one of the most underrated wide receivers. I love him. He's so good. Don't know if I want him to be a number one wide receiver though.
Listen,
but I'm
giving him a lot of slack.
Me too.
If he didn't have Anthony Richardson messing up the plan, I think a lot more people would see the vision. Because I do think like if you look at a lot of the metrics in terms of like contested catch percentage, where he's getting his production, which also I think is a format of like, hey, your quarterback can't really do anything else, so like we're just gonna try and use you and utilize you in this way. I do think you could see the production be a little bit higher. Now, if you want to say, hey, it just has to be higher regardless, okay, fine. I do think that the Colts, especially if Richardson is starting, it's one of the worst quarterback situations that you have. Right now, just because of production, I would put him either like top of tier 4 or like bottom of tier 3. But if you get any type of stable play, that could rise up very quickly.
Yeah, I think he's like slower Lad McConkey. Like Lad is like crazy quick, and I don't think Josh Downs quite has that upper level athleticism. But he's not that far off, and he is just as effective in a lot of areas. He's also that slot receiver that can win up the sideline, can win in a variety of routes that people don't typically think about him as. It's just funny that like with Anthony Richardson, he was pretty much not neutralized. He wasn't irrelevant, but he wasn't like blowing up on our radar yet as the best receiver on this Colts team. Beginning of last year, we thought it was Michael Pittman. Then as soon as Anthony Richardson goes down, we bring in a veteran quarterback that can make the reads. We're like, oh, Josh Downs is special. Yeah. So I just hope he has the opportunity to show it. We can go tier 4. I don't really know if he's that much different than Jacoby Myers in terms of like, do we want him as a number one receiver? But I like Josh Downs a lot, so I won't argue with you. We can go tier 4.
Sounds like he'd be in the fucking mud fighting for everything he has. He was first in yak reception versus man.
Yeah.
He's like that.
Incredible. He can make a guy miss. Last in this division. Who are you looking at?
I forgot who the last in this division. Oh, it's the Titans.
It's the Titans.
Calvin Ridley.
Tier 4. I feel like he's just tier 4. He's a good, competent player that hopefully with Cam Ward there can be, productive this year. He always leads the league amongst these top receivers in average depth of target. He will run straight. He is like a little bit worse version of Cortland Sutton at this point of his career. Great route runner vertically, constant deep threat. We've seen years of his career where the quarterback and him just don't quite connect. Him and Trevor Lawrence never built that connection, and he was constantly getting open, getting missed deep. Time will tell if Cam Ward has a good connection with him, but to me, he's the definition of a tier 4 receiver.
Yeah, I think doing the research for this episode, I actually came around on Calvin Ridley because throughout the season, I was like, man, Calvin Ridley sucks. Like, I hate this guy. Hate this guy. And then you go back and you watch some of the stuff, and it's like, okay. Yeah. My bad. And I forgot, like, he was playing with Will Levis. Yeah. He had the 8th lowest, according to FTN, 8th lowest catchable ball rate last year, 60%.
8th lowest catchable ball rate, and then the highest average depth of target on this list at 16 yards. Like,
that's crazy.
That just means you're a deep threat, but they just cannot hit you. And you know how demoralizing it is to run 40 yards on the field and you get missed every time? Like, that's a tough role to play. And he's good. It's just, tough list.
And still, playing with Will Levis and still being able to get 1,000 yards, you have back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. Shout out to you. Like, you're in a bad situation, but also, like, you're just not at the level of the other guys. So
yeah. And listen, he's on my dynasty team, and I'm not trading him at the moment. I feel good about him if Cam Ward is good.
Yeah.
Next up, let's go to the NFC North. Jamar Chase, you are tier 1. You are the second best receiver in the NFL. Is there any debate there?
No.
Is there a gap between how good he and Nico Collins and Amon-Ra St. Brown is? Like
so
a wide gap?
so there's a unfortunately there is a gap between the first three guys and Amon-Ra, right? Like Amon-Ra is the guy that's on the boundary of tier 1 and tier 2. The first three are like firmly in it. There's no argument for them being in tier 2. So like there is a gap there between him and Jefferson. I don't think that there's a gap. I think at that point it becomes preference. It becomes situation in terms of like how do you want to build your team, and what do you just like from a receiver. But Jamar Chase just won the Triple Crown. Like he led the league in catches, receiving yards, touchdowns, all that. Had 1,700 yards, and you got the full experience of when you have a top 5 quarterback and a top 2 receiver. What do you get? And you get one of the best receiver seasons of all time. Yeah. So I think like that's, if you want to say that he's won, cool. Me personally, I just like Justin Jefferson a lot more. He's gonna be my one until like something crazy happens. But if Jamar Chase is your one, cool.
Yeah. You meant if we had Justin Jefferson playing in that offense, Joe Burrow would also be Triple Crown winner. So I'm not going to go just off of the raw production. Yeah. I think Jefferson is a little bit better in a few areas that we talked about before, just so well rounded. Jamar Chase is better than him at yak though. Jamar Chase is the premier talent at throwing him a screen, throwing him a bubble, throwing him anything out of short pass, and letting him make a play. The ways he can make 3 guys missing a play and break a long touchdown out of nothing is remarkable. But a lot of the other areas, I think Justin Jefferson is slightly better hands, slightly better deep threat. Again, just slightly. Jamar is also amazing at pretty much everything. Yeah. But I think it's the type of difference between 1 and 2 that's like they're close, but I feel confident I'm going to pick Justin Jefferson.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
But listen, number 2 wide receiver is not exactly an insult.
At all.
DK Metcalf, Steelers, new wide receiver 1. The most misunderstood receiver in the league, I think, in a bad way. And I say that, I mean, we talked earlier about their lack of big, fast, strong, vertical X receivers in the NFL these days. Yeah. People look at DK and assume he's that guy. Throw it to him. Head tops. Not at all. He actually plays very unphysical at times. Isn't exactly the contested catch merchant that people might assume he is based off his size. Okay. He's actually quite the opposite. He was, I'm trying to pull this up. He was number 1 in the NFL at contested catch targets last year with 41 opportunities. Okay. They threw him the ball a lot, threw it up.
That's amazing.
3rd worst percentage on them in the NFL, catching only 36%. He was quite bad at that. He is coming off a rough year where he still is a vertical threat, whereas he can run by you. But if you stick with him, he's not going to catch it over you. He has to run by you. And I kind of feel like he's damn near the same as Courtland Sutton. If you can argue, you can convince me he should be tier 3. I don't know.
I think the ceiling is a little bit higher.
A little bit. Just it's because he's buff. It's only because he's buff.
Listen, well, he is buff. Like, he is buff. So he does have that going for him. That's also the worst thing going for him, because every time you see DK Metcalf, you're like, why are you not the best receiver in the league? Yeah, why are you 6'3"? Yeah. Why are you 6'3", 225? All the crazy, athletic attributes. Why are you not running by everybody? Why are you not mossing everybody? Why is this not happening? And so I'm gonna go tier 3 just because it's like I've seen the high end of DK Metcalf, and it is better than Courtland Sutton.
It is. Yeah.
So we can go tier 3. I'm so interested to see what it looks like this year with Aaron Rodgers and with Arthur Smith, because they are going to be like, hey, like Aaron Rodgers does tell you, go over there, I'm going to just throw it down there. Yeah. So I do think that like the things that DK likes to do, outside of like the contested catches, but even then that's been part of like the way that people use him. So the way that he plays and the way that Aaron Rodgers wants to play, I do think that there's some overlap there.
There is, for sure.
We'll see how it ends up, but like I don't know. I think the days of like tier 2, top 15, maybe even top 20 for DK Metcalf, I think those are over.
He has the league worst success rate, just 71% versus the zone on a lot of attempts.
Yeah, you want to be around 80%. 80% success rate versus zone is like the benchmark for being really good, and 75% versus man. Being bad against zone when you're this type of speed receiver, it's just like, what are you doing? Like, he's coming off one of his worst years, so maybe I shouldn't judge him too harshly at his worst. He just did not have a good year connecting with Geno with that terrible offensive line. He has a sub 50% success rate on comebacks and curls. He straight up was not good at weaponizing his deep threat to win underneath. And if you're not going to be contested catches down the field, you're not going to weaponize the threat of your speed to beat you underneath.
What are we doing?
You're a half trick pony.
You know what? Why are you 7'2" and not in the paint? Like, literally, like why are you not doing that? I really don't care how successful you are in any of the other skill sets that you have. You you have to. I do think at a certain point you do have to play into into like your body type and the natural advantages that you do have. And DK doesn't always do that. So I think even if he is successful, I do think that there's always going to be a little bit of maybe like mental frustration that comes with him because you don't get the other aspect that you would want to get out of an idealized version of DK Metcalf.
Has he been like this throughout the history of his career, or is it like an age thing and through injuries and all that?
He's had better years where his strengths just like succeed more, but he's always had these flaws.
And the best years of his career were like at the very tail end of Russell Wilson's career. Yeah. And Russell Wilson famously is like, I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to throw the ball deep. Like that is what he does. And so you have that, but it's nothing special at this point in his career.
Yeah. And Aaron Rodgers still does throw a good go ball. So maybe they have a good connection. He has a good year. Very possible. It's also very possible DJ Moore has a great year. So I feel like tier 3 is that's fine. You can go there.
It can happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tier 3 is exactly like it can happen. You can have a year where you're above, but not the safest bet.
Yeah.
You know who is a much safer bet to me and who is better than him, but probably in the same tier? Zay Flowers of the Baltimore Ravens. That's another probably tier 3. You could argue with me tier 2. I won't be mad at you for saying tier 2, but Zay Flowers looks to me as the best receiver in tier 3.
We're locked in. We're locked in.
He's just not the contested catch guy because he's small and isn't a guy that can rise up and make big plays one-on-one, but fantastic route runner, super versatile. They move him around the field more than any receiver besides Puka Nacua. He has the most versatile route tree besides Puka Nacua probably. I mean, versatile deployment on space in the field. He is a great route runner.
Yeah.
Is in a low volume passing offense, so that kind of holds him back a little bit from really putting the gaudy numbers, but I feel great about him in this like smaller slot body type receiver role.
I'm happy you said that. It definitely makes sense and it vindicates this stat right here. He was tied for first for high success rate when it comes to curling routes at 91%.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Great underneath, great route runner, super agile, super quick, can make guys miss. Similar to Ladd McConkey. Honestly, very similar there, but I just think there's some of the things you mentioned with Ladd, the strengths. Ladd has better hands, better contested catches. Zay Flowers had a 6.3 drop percentage. Isn't great. And yeah, very low contested catch rate. That's really the difference between those two.
The cool thing about Zay Flowers, though, I think, is because he is in this offense with Lamar and Derrick Henry, they've been looking for somebody to capitalize on the fact that you're going to have to devote all of your resources to play the run. So can we get anybody who can be explosive? Zay Flowers is that.
Oh yeah,
Zay Flowers tied with guess who for explosive catches this season?
Nico Collins.
Jamar Chase.
Oh shit. Even higher.
him and Jamar Chase had both had 19. Damn. And so it's like that's really all you want. Like if you know that Lamar's going to get you X amount of yards on the ground, you know that you're going to give Derrick Henry the ball 15 to 20 times a game, and all you need is that one time where we're on this play action. I need you to either make somebody miss or you're just going to get open just because of the scheme. Can you capitalize on those plays? Zay Flower does that. And so he's getting better every single year that he's been in Baltimore. He's doing the things that they want him to do. I do think top of tier 3 makes sense.
Todd Monken is really good at using Rashad Bateman as the X receiver to clear out, open up space, and moving Zay Flowers around with a lot of motion to be able to get him in space and use his abilities with the ball in his hands to make plays. They're amazing at setting him up there, and he's definitely done his part.
Yeah.
Okay.
NFC East. AJ Brown is clearly tier 1. Where do you want to place him within this tier?
I mean, I do think AJ Brown is the third best receiver in the league. I do think he's better than Nico Collins. Because I think that both of them are good complete receivers. They can do everything. I think AJ Brown, extremely physical. He's great after the catch. You cannot play man coverage against AJ Brown, which is funny because of the setup of the Eagles and the way that people think about Jalen Hurts, like him and Devontae Smith see the most man coverage in the league. He just torches it all the time. You cannot play single coverage against him. And I think that the reason why I would put him above Nico is because of that. I do think that being able to be on the outside, one-on-one, go get a bucket type of receiver, and that level of physicality, and the fact that he does it all the time and succeeds all the time with it, and it's so proven, that's why I would put him at 3.
So your number 1 is that he's the best against man. You can't defend him one-on-one against man. That's what does it for you? That makes sense. AJ Brown is number 2 in the NFL in yards per route run against man. Number 1 is Nico Collins.
Yeah.
So they're pretty much even, honestly. It's 4.01 and 3.99. So
it's like,
and they're honestly in a tier of their own. After that, number 3 is CeeDee Lamb at 3.52. So it's a big gap between those two. They are the premier players at that. So very similar in that regard.
Yeah.
Their offense seems super effective, but I would ask if AJ Brown was in a different situation where, the offensive play style was more so focused on getting down the field, throwing instead of like running it up the gut all the time, where do you think he would rank? Or would he be like firmly so?
So like the times that whenever Philly does say like, okay, we're gonna take these deep shots, a lot of times, especially like those balls do go to AJ Brown. But I think that AJ Brown is the physicality of him and being able to dominate on the outside. I do think that you can move him around as well. You can also move around, Nico and all that.
I think you can move Nico a little bit more. Like he can slot a little bit more.
Probably, but I do think that on the outside, even with that number, I do think that you can say like AJ Brown is the most physically dominant receiver, and he is the best in one-on-one coverage.
Okay.
And so this past season, he missed 4 games. The last 2 years, basically 1,500 yards and 1,500 yards again, 1,496 and 1,456. The production has been there every single year. So I think that AJ Brown is closer to Chase and Jefferson than he is to Nico Collins.
See, that part, so you can say AJ is better. That part is like, I can't go there. They're so identical. The same yards per route run against man, number 1 and 2.
Yeah.
They have essentially the same yards after the catch per reception. They are so fucking identical. They could be 3 and 4, but I think there is a gap between, like, you can put him above him slightly, but he's by almost every measurable amount.
Yeah.
He's closer to Nico than he is to Jamar in every single way.
I would say this. I would say then, I would rather you have a tier just because of how good AJ is. I would rather you have a tier where it's those 4 in like tier 1, and then you have like a subsection of tier 1. Rather than Chase and Jefferson so far ahead of the pack, because I do think that Nico is that good. I do think that AJ is that good. I would rather have a top 4 be like your tier 1, and then you kind of separate it.
Are they really in the same tier as Jamar and? No. So it feels like those two need to be in their own tier.
You look, there's like, so ESPN has this. They have this metric where they have like, it's like a receiver score, and they have it. You can separate it based off of like how open you are, yards after catch, right? Just regular catch percentage. Number 1 in just open percentage, it's AJ Brown is tied at 1 with Mike Evans and Malik Neighbors. I think that like, and obviously I'm not using that as like the end all be all whatever.
Shout out ESPN open percentage.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a subset of next gen stats.
Okay.
Yeah.
But AJ does everything. I do think that, again, the ability to go out and be one-on-one. Let me beat
I
man.
just realized he looks like Antonio Brown here. Sony.
You say he looks like Antonio Brown?
Yes.
Does he?
I see what you're getting
at least
at.
here,
the
right
smile.
now.
I see what you're getting at. But okay, yeah, either way, I think him and Nico are super close together. I'm not mad at you putting 1 spot ahead. That's just for sample size. You're doing it for longer. That's fine. Next receiver in this division. Let's go to Malik Neighbors. Another one that, honestly, all these rookies from last year, tier 2. I think he's
the top of tier 2.
You think him and Brian Thomas is close,
he's better.
but I'm not mad at that.
I like Malik Neighbors more.
I think he has that rare Jamar Chase-like ability to just make a play with the ball in his hands and be the yards after catch guy. So we'll see how the downfield stuff develops with whatever the fuck his quarterback situation is. But I do think his ability to funnel passes into him in the short field and make him make plays. Like he does, sometimes they funnel him passes the same way they do Wando Robinson, who is just like a yard at throw the pass right at the scrimmage line merchant. They do that with Malik Neighbors too, but he's actually explosive, makes plays. I'm not mad at that being the difference in him and Brian Thomas.
Yeah, and that's why that's the separating factor for me. Every time every time Malik Neighbors gets the ball, the way he moves with the ball in his hands, how twitchy he is, how shifty, he's able to make that. He really is. And so I think that he could be a little bit more diverse in his route arsenal. I also think that if you don't have Daniel Jones as your quarterback, or if you don't have Tommy DeVito as your quarterback,
that's crazy. That is true.
It could be better. And so one thing, like for weeks 1 through 5, super interested. how is he going to fit with Russell Wilson? Like, is that vertical aspect of his game going to be unlocked? Because obviously, like, Russell's going to do that. I think Malik has the ability to do all those things. And if he has a quarterback who specializes in that, cool. I do think that he is like, I think that his ceiling is higher than Brian
I hope
Thompson.
they do that because last year he had the second most targets in the league. And
damn.
They tried to fucking kill him just by throwing him a million short passes. They were going to get him slaughtered. So yeah, I do hope the Russell Wilson love for deep balls, like, can really, like, he should have less targets with more effective targets.
Yeah. Okay. You guys are hyping this guy the fuck up, and I want to see where he lays alongside like the upper echelon tier of just elite top, I don't know, 12-ish wide receivers, 13-ish wide receivers, bare minimum.
Okay.
I want to play a 5-level game just to really gauge where he's at.
He's a fun person to deal with because we can project a lot with Malik Neighbors.
Yeah, exactly.
So you want to do 5 levels just based on what we think he's going to be next year?
Yeah, 5-level game, Malik Neighbors edition.
Okay.
But based off where he's going to be next year.
Okay, projection. Okay.
Exactly. Level 1, Marvin Harrison Jr.
I think he's going to be better.
Yeah, I do have faith that Marvin's going to have a bounce back season, but Neighbors is better in his rookie year. I think there's reasons to believe he'll keep getting better. We can give him this.
Level 2, Lad McConkey.
Again, I love Lad more than anybody. Neighbors is just a different class of athlete. Wow. I feel less concerned about his body type over time taking the hits. Probably better vertical down the field. We can give it to Neighbors.
He's gonna have to snatch Lad's chain because I don't think Lad's not gonna make it easy for him to be better than him. But the athleticism is something that like needs to be respected. I'll take Malik Neighbors.
Yeah. Speaking of athleticism, Garrett Wilson, level 3.
Garrett Wilson's such a victim of bad situation that I want to give him credit. Neighbors is a different level of explosive athlete again, but Garrett's route running is insane.
I'm gonna take Malik Neighbors because I think that for Garrett Wilson to be better, everything has to go right. Yeah. And not only like Justin Fields has to be solid, whatever, the coaching staff that comes in also has to come in and change everybody's life.
That's
and so
crazy.
It's a complete organizational haul that has to happen for Garrett Wilson to be like that guy. That's just a lot to ask in 1 year.
I'll go Neighbors because I assume we'll have a better year, but it's close.
Level 4, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Is he top tier? Is he that yet?
That's where you stop.
We can project the ceiling. There's a world where Neighbors proves this year that he's better. That's in the realm of possibility.
It is,
but it's far from a guarantee.
The consistency of Amon-Ra St. Brown cannot be downplayed at all. And I think that for this year again, you will see Amon-Ra be better.
So and that man can block. He will throw a body on a hat. He will block his ass off, and that's not necessarily Neighbor's strength.
So this is where he fails. This is where he stops.
Yeah, we'll give it to Amon-Ra. We have to respect the production year after year.
All right. Well, at number 5, I had Jamar Chase.
He was cooked there.
Yeah, I know. He was already cooked. Fuck. Okay.
Shout out Neighbors, man. I don't think it's crazy if you tell me next year he's better than Amon-Ra. That is super, super possible.
Wow, that's crazy.
He also doesn't have a good situation, so I'm not going to assume he'll have the opportunity to do that. But his ceiling is getting that high for sure.
Dude, being that vastly far number 1 in targets is ridiculous.
He's number 2. But yeah, it's 165 targets. It's insane.
Ooh, shit. That's crazy.
NFC South. Mike Evans. Welcome to tier 2.
Wait, hold on.
What happened?
See, this is what happens, and this is why.
Oh, I skipped this.
We stay disrespecting Scary Terry. I just stay disrespecting.
No, we actually skipped 2. We skipped 2 people. This is dumb as hell. I don't know why I moved on. His little segment made me think it was the end of the series. CeeDee Lamb.
Okay.
Also tier 1. I think better than Amon-Ra, worse than Nico. But you could tell me, you could argue me otherwise. But I like slotting him in there because I just really like Nico.
Okay, he is tier 1. I agree with you,
but it's hard. That's a hard trio to rank.
Give me CD. I think I'll take CD over Nico.
Again, that means you're taking. To me, that means you have to take CD over AJ Brown because I think they're very similar. And the reasons you would take him over Nico, are probably the reasons you would also take him over AJ Brown if you remove the bias.
Again, because I told you about the top tier, and this is for real. I told you about the top tier, and once you get to that tier, depending on who you take, it really is just about like your preference in terms of like what kind of a receiver that you like.
Yeah, but stylistically, Nico and AJ are the same, whereas CD is very different. He is a slot guy, move around the field. He's like the jumbo slot receiver that can win on the outside, but you want him killing the intermediate areas. Whereas Nico and AJ Brown are the vertical beaters. So I just feel like logically, if you want that guy over the one vertical beater, you probably want him over the other vertical beater when they're so similar efficiency wise.
But the other vertical beater is like 6'3", 220, just swole Batman.
So is Nico. Nico's 6'4". He's not exactly skinny.
He not swole like that.
What? Nico's thick as fuck.
He be measuring biceps.
Nico's not small.
Have you watched?
Just say he's an eagle.
Have you watched? Have you watched the video of AJ Brown training at the world's most dangerous gym?
That moves him.
I'm sure.
Oh, you did show me that
showed
video.
you that, right? It was crazy.
Bro, I hate trainers like that. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm sure it turns you on. But
No. Listen, that's how training. It pisses me off too. But
can't move.
but I do think that
Why
like
can't I move this?
I think that like the CD at his best, like we've seen like some crazy contested catches from CD, which I think is really interesting. The last time that that Dallas was competent 2 years ago, CD went crazy. Dak was second in MVP, and I think in terms of like a production standpoint, I think we're probably going to get a better production year from CD this year than Nico.
Yeah.
Just because Dak is back healthy and because you have Pickens there.
Yeah.
So I guess like we're just talking about seasons. You're gonna have two out of like the last three. CD is gonna have two of the better seasons out of the last three as we're projecting.
I think Nico's had a pretty great season too. I don't know. I feel pretty good about him as well. But I don't know. Regardless, you can quibble with the order. They're both tier one.
Yeah.
Number 1 in yards for route running against man, Nico. Number 2 in yards for route running against man, AJ Brown. Number 3, CeeDee Lamb. Like these guys are the cream of the crop against man, being one-on-one beaters. CeeDee's also amazing against zone. He is probably the best route runner besides Justin Jefferson in this tier. He is incredible at finding space, coming back to his quarterback, occupying the spots between zones, and being very quarterback friendly. He's incredible.
It's fine. Tier 1 is.
I don't really care about the order in tier 1, to be honest.
Yeah.
We're just having a thought experiment just for fun. But the guys in tier 1 are clearly tier 1.
Okay.
The only one I feel strongly about is Amon-Ra's last in tier 1. That's all that
Damn,
matters.
okay.
The bookends, as long as you have Justin Jefferson and Jamar at the top and Amon-Ra last, these guys in between can be whatever order you like.
Shout out to Dirty Work, man. No one really talks about the fundamentals these days. And I guess what you guys are talking
They
about,
don't.
he's Mr. Fundamental here.
Yeah. Last in this division, Terry McLaurin. Tier 3.
Above
Yeah,
tier
above
3?
Zay. Above Zay. I think top of tier 3. What do you think?
I think you can make an argument for tier 2.
You can definitely make an argument. I mean, if you're top of tier 3, you can be in tier 2. That's not crazy.
I think, especially now that he has a quarterback who can amplify his skill
No,
sets.
you're right. Let's go tier 2. You're right.
Know?
He
Like,
has
yeah, like the speed is there, the vertical threat is there.
You're right.
The contested catches are there. Like he has the things to be
he
be like a
has
number
the
one.
highest contested targets versus man at 19, and also the highest contested catches versus. Oh, sorry, this is a duplicative stat, but just know that he's top tier when it comes to contested catches.
Yes, and he's also the thing is he's not the best separator versus man. That's the only thing holding him back. That's why I said top of tier 3. He is like what DK Metcalf should be if he was good. Like he is that contested catch guy going down the field. He's 7th in yards per route run against zone. Very good at knifing between zones and finding those deep shots against cover 2 and being able to finish over the safeties and do all the stuff that normally that these defenses take away. He can finish above DBs and be able to be effective against zone. Very average success rate against man. 17th in yards per route run on passes over 20 yards, which solid placement. Like he is that deep threat, but it's not top of the line. It's not like it's an AJ Brown or Nico Collins type of success rate there. So we can respect and go tier 2 if you want. I think it's a fine line between bottom of tier 2 and top of tier 3, but that's his range.
I'd rather go tier 2 with him.
That's cool. Yeah, it does look better. He's earned that right. It looks more right seeing him next to these names than ones below.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Next division. Let's move over.
We got to get somebody else in tier 5. It's just Jacoby Myers.
Exactly. It's a big fuck you to him, bro.
Okay, it's not that at all. Tier 5. Let's see who. Okay, AFC East. Stephon Diggs. Welcome to tier 5.
Hey.
Damn.
Stephon Diggs just. He's getting older, past the point where he should be number 1 receiver, and that was before he tore his fucking ACL. He was already, they had to move him to be the slot last year because the way they want to move their offense around in Houston, it wasn't his most natural position. He's usually used to working around the outside more, killing you with digs, posts, stuff like that, being the flanker. He's going back to that now. He's surely going to play outside in New England. No real way to tell what he's going to be like post ACL, I think.
It's honestly, but like the slot was interesting for him because it's not like he's dominating on the outside. Like, he's more natural on the outside. He's not Stephon Diggs from 2-3 years ago where he's killing everybody. So like that probably is where he should go. But I mean, for New England, it's 100% is an upgrade, and like they'll be better. But that's where the Patriots are in their development, and that's the type of receiver that you should have at number 1, which is We're trying to go from 4 wins to 7 wins.
Do you understand how crazy it is to say like guys like he's 30, 31, right?
Yeah.
At this point in time, coming off an ACL tear, you're saying this wide receiver room is so much better now with him in the building.
They were that down bad.
That's crazy, bro. Coming off an ACL at that big age.
But yeah, I mean, he has some juice left in the tank. He's not like completely cooked. He can do some things, but I just have no way of knowing. And I look at someone like Cortland Sutton or Josh Downs. I'm like, you will be productive. I can't assume Diggs will be in that same tier, but he could be. He very well could be.
Yeah. All right, tier 5 is good. We got
out of curiosity.
We got Jacoby Myers a
friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's out of curiosity. So Stephon Diggs at his best prime, peak Stephon Diggs, where do you think he would land on this list right now?
Oh, tier 1.
Tier 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Where in tier 1 specifically? Let's get even harder.
Around CD. Oh, he'll be in that top 5 range.
Okay.
Maybe around Nico CD. Yeah. Like he'd probably be better than Amon-Ra. He'd be in the conversation with AJ, Nico, CD.
The fall is sad. Okay.
Yeah, wherever he'd fall in that range would be any given year, but he'd be back half of tier 1.
Okay, I was just curious if he would be like finally number 3.
Nah, those guys on top are different.
Wow, AJ Brown's different.
No. AJ Brown's in that bottom tier. AJ Brown is not different because there's 2 more guys on the same level as him in this tier. He's by definition not different. Justin Fields.
You keep saying that. It's just not like.
This is true. He's like so similar to Nico. Like they're incredibly similar players.
You're so disrespectful.
To say he's the same as Nico is so far from disrespectful.
No, because to disrespect, I think it's disrespectful to both of them.
But they're both amazing. They're both tier 1. They're amazing. Wow. What do you mean?
They are. It's cool. Who's next?
They're just not Jamar Chase. It's not disrespectful. Justin Fields.
Justin Fields?
Oh fuck! I looked at the wrong Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson. I'm already thinking like, fuck, the thing holding him back. Yeah, tier 2, right?
Yeah.
League
just
best.
got paid. Ooh. Just got paid a bag. Top 5 paid wide receiver in the NFL.
Oh no,
is it top 5 production yet? No.
Yeah.
But they're giving him credit for dealing with bullshit his whole career, and that's been the story of Justin Fields. One of the best route runners, can win, can high point a ball, can win over DBs.
Yes.
Given so little opportunity to show it. The offense last year was complete bullshit. They let Aaron Rodgers run rampant. The Aaron Rodgers brain plus Nathaniel Hackett brain was disgusting. That offense was spread out. Aaron Rodgers is going to look around, see who he likes. He said, you run a deep, you just fucking sprint. You run a go. You run a slant. You run it out. Every single play. Those were the only routes they ran. It was static as hell. It was bland. It was like it was a 2005 offense because Aaron Rodgers wanted to have his way. Yeah. We can read the whole field, but he's no longer like that to really lead to effective offense. So everybody got held back because of it. I still feel very firmly he's a tier 2 wide receiver.
He had the league best success rate versus man with 147 attempts. He had a success rate of 77%.
And you know why? Because that stat is from reception perception, where they grade it a success based on did you get open. He got open a lot, didn't get the ball a lot. So that's why his success rates work. And that's exactly why we value these stats. Shout out reception perception. He is a definition of just being wasted right now.
Is he better than Ladd?
I don't know. That's a good debate.
Because like obviously like Ladd has all the stuff that we talked about earlier. He has the production. Garrett's just been in such a bad situation.
We can say he's better than Ladd. If he had Herbert, he probably produced just as good, if not better. So sure, we can do that. But they're the same to me.
Is he possibly sniffing Malik Neighbors in any conversations?
Sniffing? Yeah. He can smell him.
He can
smell him. He's within striking distance. Okay. I think Neighbors is a higher ceiling just because he is a truly gifted athlete. Like he is one of the most athletic receivers in the league. So if they can both get into good situations, I think Neighbors is a higher ceiling off of just raw abilities. But he can definitely smell him. He can catch a whiff.
Okay.
Who's left in this division? Who am I blanking out on?
The East.
Tyreek Hill. This is a tough one. Fighting washed allegations. He's not fighting piece of shit allegations. He is a piece of shit, but he's fighting washed allegations. And it's tough because last year Tua got hurt, and without Tua, that offense was a goddamn disaster. So I find it hard to hold the lack of production against him. What do you do with that? Because he once upon a time was clearly tier 1. Do we just go tier 2 now and give him benefit of the doubt?
Yeah, you can go tier 2. It's not hard for me to hold the lack of production against him. Let's put him at, honestly, right now, and you know how I feel with different players and headaches or whatever. I think right around like Garrett Wilson, Ladd is where I would.
Yeah, I was thinking between Brian Thomas and Garrett Wilson. Wow. So I think Brian Thomas has the ceiling to be better even with Tyreek Hill bouncing back. Mm-hmm. But I think Tyreek Hill, if he comes back to being Tyreek Hill and the Mike McDaniels offense can be functional, they can have the functional run blocking to have an up the middle run threat so you can't run cover 2 against them all day and we can actually get the deep shots going. If that's possible and it all comes back together, he can still produce. He has at least 1 or 2 more years in him of being dominant.
I got some bad news for you.
What is it?
The offensive line is still not going to be good.
It's not going to happen.
I hope
Damn.
Jonas Avenea can be amazing and can really bolster that offensive line for you guys, but I don't feel great at that being a good unit, so I do feel like they're still going to get the top, just the cover 2, cover 4 defenses are going to just take away those deep threats, so it might be tough, but I don't know. If you traded him back to the Chiefs, I think he's still capable of having an 1,800-yard season, you know?
Yeah, if he goes and plays with the best quarterback in the league.
Put him in any competent place. Put him with Joe Burrow. Like, put him with a good quarterback.
Yeah, just put him with
put him with Jaden Daniels. He can still have a 1,700-yard season.
According to you, that was the top 5 quarterback.
It is. Well, obviously, a good quarterback. Put him with a good quarterback. He can still produce.
Okay.
And he can still produce it too. It's just a lot has to go right in that situation from a team perspective, but I don't think he's completely cooked.
That whole staff is getting fired. Like,
maybe.
Maybe. I'm not a massive fan of Miami's situation going into this year. I don't think that you're going to get a bounce back from Tyreek Hill, because also at the peak of where Miami operates, you get the best of Tyreek Hill and you get the best of Jalen Waddle, and you have not seen the best of Jalen Waddle in a long time.
Tell me about it as somebody who has him in Dynasty.
Come on now.
Oh, you're sick.
So
we'll see.
So yeah, so I think like for a team that's built on speed and scheme and stuff like that, it's not gonna happen, because I don't think that you have the infrastructure just to make the scheme work.
Yeah, and that's why he's tier 2, because he's clearly still capable of being tier 1. It's just we don't know if he's had the opportunity to. So if we're projecting, it could be a tier 2 finish.
Yeah.
Damn. Khalil Shakir, welcome to tier 5.
So he is one of the faces, because notoriously, of course, I'm getting into football and all that, and one of the biggest takeaways that I've heard when it comes to QB discourse is that Josh Allen is a one-man army.
Yeah.
So this is the guy who is helping push those narratives.
Yeah, and Khalil Shakir's not
in
bad.
the worst way.
So I said it fast because it's clear, but Khalil Shakir is really good.
Yeah.
It's just the same way that Jacoby Myers is really good. Actually, no, Jacoby Myers is significantly better. But Khalil Shakir is good and underrated in his role.
Yeah.
His role should not be the best wide receiver on a team. They drafted Keon Coleman to eventually walk into that. I'm a little scared of Keon Coleman's rookie year and how the lack of production that was there. Khalil Shakir is Wando Robinson with good PR. He is a short route merchant. He led the league in yards behind the line of scrimmage by a wide margin. He had over 50 targets behind the line of scrimmage. They get him the ball in space and say, make us a play in the short area. And that's a role that matters, but
yeah, it's cool.
It's good.
Not as your top guy.
Yeah, it's good. You just hope that there's deep threats to complement it. And if he can be your wide receiver 3 or wide receiver 2 with a dominant wide receiver 1, you're in good position. He's a good player, but just way more limited than pretty much anybody else on this lineup.
Okay.
Even Josh Downs, who's also a slot smaller guy, way more effective down the field, utilizing way more unique ways.
Yeah. When it comes to at least the things that he's decent at, he does thrive in. He's number 2 in yak versus the zone.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're throwing the ball behind the line of scrimmage and say, go make people miss. They utilize the gravity of Josh Allen and of their good running attack and get him the ball in space. So they make use of him. They're a good coaching staff that knows how to use his skill set, but he's Khalil Shakir. Damn. Good for fantasy though. Shout out him getting those PPR targets.
As somebody who has him in fantasy, this hurts.
Yeah. And I traded him to you to get Jalen Waddle as part of that. So there's a lot of Khalil Shakir action going on in this chat. Okay. Let's go to the NFC West next. This is an interesting one. A lot of interesting names in terms of a tier list for this division. Let's start with the guy who I think is the final tier 1 name on this list, Puka Nacua.
Let's go. Let's put him in tier 1.
He's tier 1. The only debate is where we place him. And it's hard to place him on this because he's the most unique wide receiver in the NFL by far, I think. In terms of uniqueness, he is unlike anybody else in the league. He is an amazing run blocker. They utilize him in tight formations to get him chipping on blocks. They use him in motion more than any receiver in the NFL, going across the formation, attacking zones, using him to read whether it's man or zone. He is a weapon in a unique way, moving around the field. Fantastic route runner in the short and intermediate area. Incredibly strong. Makes guys miss with rack off of strength, similar to AJ Brown. Good contested catch receiver, but not necessarily a super high volume deep threat. So he's not like the AJ Brown Nico type where you're going to true X receiver, send him down the field, go dominate, but is so dominant in so many other small, often overlooked areas. Where do we place him compared to those two true X's?
Put him in the middle. Put him behind AJ Brown, above Nico Collins.
What?
Just to say that I think that he's the 4th best receiver in the league.
Just because, but again,
wow, that's very high.
Like I said earlier with CD, in principle, if I'm putting him above Nico, I also feel like in principle that I put him above AJ Brown. So it's hard to gauge that.
You're just not as high on AJ Brown as I am.
I'm equally as high on both of them.
You're not. You're actually not, because you wanted to put Nico above AJ Brown.
Yeah, but like
you're not as high.
I don't cede anything to you unless I think it's
like just by definition.
I don't
of
cede
that
anything
statement.
unless I think it's fine, and I do think that is fine because I think they're pretty much equal. Okay, so here's the thing: do we think to be that top 4 receiver, do we need that true vertical threat? Like, do we feel like what Nico brings is more valuable than what Puka brings?
Is that like a differentiator between like what makes you one receiver versus like a
maybe when they're this close, they're both tier 1. I don't know. That's a thought experiment.
So I think for a majority of receivers, yes. I think Puka is so different from everybody else, and the way that McVay uses him is so unique that the skills where Puka is like much better than everybody else. Nobody else really has that. So it's like, how do I even compare you to all the other receivers when nobody's really asked to do that? It's tough, but I think that uniqueness is a skill. And I think that like he came in and Cooper Kupp was on his like last year of being a solid, number 1 receiver, 1.5, whatever. And then Puka still came in, dominated.
Yeah.
Right. And last year, it was the same thing. Like he still dominated. Now he missed a couple games, whatever. But I think that in terms of being as complete of a receiver as you can ask for, I think Puka is closer to the top than.
I'm looking at it. I do think there is some value to the top 4 guys being the one-on-one game-breaking playmakers.
It is a lot of value.
And especially because AJ and Nico are also fantastic at the intermediate stuff. Like they are great at different route types besides running straight. Like that's what they're known for. But Nico Collins was like 88 success rate on digs. Like he's also fantastic over the middle of the field. I feel like Puka's most similar to CeeDee Lamb in the way that you move them around the field. They're not necessarily head top type of guys, but they can do that. They can do that, but they're moving around the field, proficient against zone. Puka was actually number 1 in yards per route run against zone. And he has a very respectable 76% success rate against man. I feel like we place them next to each other. Who do you like more, CeeDee or Puka?
Ooh, that's
tough, right?
That's very tough. Cowboys hate is it's strong. It's strong on this one because I really want to put Puka ahead of him, but like CeeDee
on the line. Please keep it tame.
I still think I'm gonna go Puka. I think that
wow.
Those guys are they're super comparable to me. I'm not mad at that.
Puka's just so like complete in the amount of when I get to tier 1, and this it's very weird because like for some guys I think it matters. There's 2 things that I need to see out of every number 1 receiver.
Yeah,
you either need to be a dog or a diva.
Okay,
either one. Puka's not a diva, but he's a dog, and I do think that in terms of these guys, he might be like 4th on this list, maybe even.
When it comes to dog,
he might be top 3 on this list in terms of dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only thing that's tough is some people hold it against him that he's such a like manufactured touch, motion him across the field, get him going against zones, such a like play from the slot, chip on the run. Like they treat him like he's a big tight end in the similar ways. Like the way like Colson Lovin's going to be used is going to be like more similar to Puka than anybody. Some people hold it against him and say, since you aren't traditional outside, go beat people, that like makes it less impressive. I would say that makes you a unique weapon that brings incredible value. So that's probably the deciding factor between somebody who wants to view him like in that top 4 to 5, or if they want to put him closer to Amon-Ra or even tier 2.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I think the uniqueness is a strength though, so I'm fine with this.
So I think the perfect conversation and I guess segment that we
Bro, he's gonna play with Devontae Adams this year. Jesus Christ, what a duo.
That is a duo. And I'm interested to see like who would be considered the number 1 receiver. But for this specific conversation, I want to see where you guys rank the top 2 or rank the number 2 wide receivers in the league.
On the topic of him playing Devontae Adams.
Yeah, exactly. Because I want to see where he lands on that too.
Yeah.
Well, I think this will be okay. So the question is, who are the top number 2 receivers in the league?
Exactly. Who are the top number 2 receivers in the league?
Okay.
Who is number 1 right now by far?
No order, or you want to
Let's do order 1 through 5. I'll speak first. To me, number 1 is still Devontae Adams. I think I imagine that'll be the best wide receiver duo in the league for at least 1 more year before Devontae Adams gets too old.
Okay, I'm gonna give that to you. I would go T. Higgins right now.
I was thinking T. Higgins is number 2 pretty clearly.
Yeah, I would go T. Higgins at 1 just because I do think that he is younger, and I am a little bit nervous of the Adams old age fall off, whatever. But I'm fine with it. Like the skill is still there.
Watching them last year, I don't think he fell off tremendously. I just think that offense was a fucking joke in New York, and we don't even got to talk about the goddamn Raiders situation. So I feel good about that, especially with him walking in the Matthew Stafford offense, who's amazing at feeding wide receivers. But T. Higgins is clearly number 2.
Okay.
Is number 3 clear to you?
It's very clear.
Who's number 3?
My guy, it's Skinny Batman. It's Devontae Smith.
Skinny Batman.
Devontae Smith. That's the third best number 2 receiver in the league.
You can have that premier deep threat.
Talking about. You can have that. Who are you gonna say?
No. I'm just like that. We can say it's clear. You can have the clearness of it.
Okay.
I do think this is like I'm not gonna say he should be over Devontae Smith, but I do think number 4 to me is gonna be George Pickens pretty clearly. I feel so much confidence in his ability to play off of Dak and be able to play off of his deep threat, be able to kill you on curls, be the perfect complement to be the perfect complement to CeeDee Lamb. Mm-hmm. I think he's going to have the 4th most productive year this coming year.
Wow.
Whether or not you want to hold the last couple of years against him, that's fair. But I think for next year, he'll be number 4.
And who fishes out at number 5?
Is that fair? Do you want to give it to him or someone else?
He can take 4. I think we'll give it to him. Actually, no.
It's tough because there's a lot of names.
Where does Jordan Addison fit into all of this?
Okay, so if we're giving Pickens 4 at number 5, I think we have Waddle, Godwin, Jameson, Addison, and Travis Hunter, if you want to project.
I don't think you should put Travis in this conversation.
I don't know. I should throw him in there. I should throw the name out there.
Travis is a fun thought experiment. I have to see one preseason game, and then I can put him on.
My first
on
thought
list.
is Chris Godwin deserves 5 after how ridiculously productive he was before his fucking injury last year.
The second injury, which is ridiculous.
But I don't think he's gonna be cooked. My thought is Godwin goes 5.
Okay, I'm on the opposite. I do think Chris Godwin's gonna be cooked. This is like the second major lower leg injury that Chris Godwin has had in like 2 or 3 years, and I'm very very. They had to take him out on the air cast. I was not.
You're right.
It looked bad. So I do have to see something from Chris Godwin.
So if we salute Godwin and say injury concerns, we're not going to pick you for now. Do you want to throw anything to Waddle? Any bail to that crazy offense, but he's still capable of being as good?
No.
You're so
sir. If y'all haven't noticed by now, I hate the Miami Dolphins. I do not like what they are cooking, and I don't have a lot of faith in what they're going to be able to produce this year. And for that reason, I would go Jordan Addison at 1. I think that Addison, in some spurts where Justin Jefferson wasn't there, obviously, like, you're not getting Justin Jefferson production. You don't feel terrible about having Addison as your 1.
Okay, then your list is Addison minus Chris Godwin. That's the answer.
Okay. I feel good about that.
Is there anybody that we're missing?
Probably. Looking at this list right now.
Listen, if we're just projecting and we think that DJ Moore, it's gonna take a lot, but like Rome Odunze maybe.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. We need to see it first, but like Rome has that ceiling for sure. Okay. What division were we in again? I forgot.
The NFC West.
Oh yes, we're in the NFC West.
So we just did
Puka. Marvin Harrison Jr. Only thing people talk about with him, it was a disappointing first year. And that was true to some degree. I think the biggest issue was the utilization, is that he came in the league 6'4", demon. What does that look like? X receiver, run straight, dominate. And I think that just proved to not be the right way to use him. I think that athleticism was a little bit oversold. He's not quite the one-on-one beater, at least as a rookie. But he did do a lot well. He did a lot well on in-breaking routes. He was amazing on digs, amazing on outs, amazing on corners and posts. All the stuff that really utilizes his route running and technical proficiency. Drew Petzing just kind of insisted on using him like he's Nico Collins or like he's A.J. Brown. I do think we'll see some correction there. I don't think Drew Petzing's an idiot. I think he understands his number 1 receiver's strengths and weaknesses. Whether or not him and Kyler develop a connection over the middle of the field is to be seen. Kyler's not necessarily the best at a lot of those play types, but I do feel like he has way more capabilities than he showed us.
Yes, that's fair. However, he's still tier 3 right now.
I agree, tier 3.
He's still tier 3.
If we're assuming projection, though, I do think he'll be to the top of tier 3.
It sounds like with the way he's talked about in this conversation specifically, you guys are slightly disappointed in his skills and abilities. I remember, I think it may be a year ago or a year and a half ago when we were in LA. I don't think you were there for this part of the conversation, but when we were randomly talking about football and college football specifically, you told me like this guy was going to be one of them ones, next truly generational X receiver, and it sounds like he just like regressed so much because of all those things that you just said earlier. But
I mean, he was, but even then, like throughout the draft process, he was never even the most like athletic receiver in the class. Like it was a small contingency of people, but there was some people who were like, hey, maybe you take Malik Neighbors over Harrison just because he's that much more athletic than Marvin. And so to put him in a situation where you are telling him, hey, go be this generational athlete, that's not him, and that was never him. So I do think that, like Isaac said, a lot of it is just he wasn't put in a solid situation and they didn't really understand. I'm not gonna say that because maybe they did, but the play types that he was on wasn't indicative of getting the best success out of him. Also, everybody else has a nice little headshot. Why is his picture like this, man?
Devious.
What?
Look at the top of his eyes, staring into the. Yeah, he looks devious as hell.
Like everybody else is just a regular headshot, and it's just like Playboy Cardi, just like right there.
Yeah, he's listen to the King Von album cover. He's looking at the top of his eyebrows. But no, yeah, I think projecting, I still have all the faith in the world in him. I think we just kind of mischaracterize the type of athlete he is. Yeah. He's going to win with skill. He's going to win with technical route running. What made him so special in college, I think, was that he was just so far ahead of the curve of everybody when it comes to his skill set being developed, not necessarily his body being that much more high tier than everybody else is.
Okay.
And people just probably just saw he's really tall and really strong, so assumed it'd be the other way. And I do think we'll see some reimagination of how to use him in this offense this year. At least I fucking hope we do, and we don't see them run back the same exact style of utilization. That would be depressing as somebody who wants the best from Marvin Harrison. But I don't think we're doing a lot projecting him to be the top of tier 3 next year.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think in this thought that I have right now, when it comes to thinking about guys so far who will pop after a year in the league or several years in the league, do you think he is like the face of that conversation? I guess the question I'm really trying to ask is like, who are wide receivers that will have a breakout year next year? And is he in that list?
Yeah, so first name, Marvin Harrison Jr. I think there is no world in which he doesn't perform better than he did last year. They'll utilize him better. Hopefully him and Kyle have a better connection. He'll get back to being on track to being a star, I think.
Yes, I'm going him.
Whether it's superstar, I don't know, but I think he'll be a star.
Facts. I'm going him. I'm going Garrett Wilson.
With Justin Fields? Feel good about that?
It's not even about Justin Fields. I think that the offense and the situation and not having this senile old man running the whole team is going to be so much better. And the 3 years that Garrett Wilson has had, you could put them up against like 85 to 90% of the league in terms of top receivers having the worst quarterback situation for a 3-year span. And it's up there.
Yeah.
And so I think if you get not even competent, if competence like 50%, you get him to like 40% competency, we can see so much.
Can we get Garrett Wilson a league average offensive supporting cast?
Please.
Let Garrett Wilson breathe challenge level impossible.
Damn, right?
Jerry Jeudy almost had 1,300 yards last year with Jameis Winston. Can I get him that? Can I get him Jameis Winston? Can we get him Joe Flacco? Can we do anything?
Oh my God, these names are nasty,
the
man.
way you said that,
like the Iron Man did?
Like, Tony Stark built this in a cave with a pile of scraps.
Literally. And I want better for Garrett Wilson so bad. Because also he's dog or diva. He's the dog, right? He hasn't come out here and been like, throwing tantrums, whatever. He's just been putting up with all the mess that they're giving him.
And I think another category is year 2 wide receivers with new genius offensive play callers coming in. Brian Thomas Jr., Roma Dunze, Ben Johnson's going to save your fucking life.
Okay.
Brian Thomas Jr., your life doesn't need to be saved. You're already amazing. Liam Cohen's going to unlock you to the next level. I think they'll both take huge leaps, even though Brian Thomas is already good.
I'm very high on Rome this season.
Yeah. And then last one I wrote down, Ricky Pearsall. Jawan Jennings said, trade me. Brandon Ayuk's knee still doesn't work for at least the first 4 weeks of the year. Brandon Pearsall has the opportunity to step into a lot of targets, like from the top 2 play callers in the NFL.
That man got shot in the preseason last year. If you just have a regular offseason.
Wait, what do you mean he got shot?
You didn't know about that? He got shot. When we were in San Francisco, I forget what trip that was. What we were there for this time last year.
In San Francisco.
Was that Moses Moody? When we were there to interview Moses Moody, the day after, he was by our hotel shopping at a jewelry store or some high-end designer store and got robbed and shot.
He got robbed and shot.
In the chest. In San Francisco, down the street.
Chest?
Yeah, like in the upper chest.
A couple months before, like a month, 2 months before the season?
Yeah.
Bro, the league is crazy, man. What the fuck?
That wasn't. I don't remember what was that. Moses Moody. It was some reason.
No. So it was in August.
Yeah, well, we were in San Francisco. I forget for what.
No, we weren't. We were somewhere.
It was. I remember it was like, oh, I was just there.
You were probably just there. We weren't.
Oh,
we weren't
I
there.
was there because I traveled there before I moved out of
Yeah,
California.
We went to go see a bunch
You're
of
right.
Yeah, all the seals and
Whales.
stuff.
I went
Yeah.
to whale watching. That's why I was there. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, the coach. Oh
Yeah,
my
but
god.
he got shot on August 31st, like a month before the season started, and so he had all that. If you can get him, and that's just like ridiculous for a rookie dealing with like, oh my calf is sore, like you might be messed up going into the season to be shot and still come back. If you have a regular offseason, breakout season coming.
Brother, what the fuck? Oh my god, bro. The NFL is so crazy. I feel like just the most random, outlandish things.
And then he came back 50 days after being shot.
God damn, bro.
Brandon Ayuk, another player is hard to rank because he 2 years ago, fantastic, great run blocker, great route runner. Last year, it went poorly because he held out and missed training camps. So he came into the league, into the season a little bit out of shape, wasn't on a good rhythm, and then he tore his fucking ACL. So now we have to think about how to bake in that recovery. I don't know what to do with him on this list.
Put him at the bottom of tier 3.
Because he's going to miss the first 4 weeks. So I can't imagine he's going to have a fantastic season, but we do still know Brandon Ayuk is good.
He is. That's tough. Actually, drop him down.
Next to Sutton?
Tier 4.
Oh my god. Then basically, like last year and this upcoming year is what you guys are basically telling me.
Wait,
his
now
NFL
put
career is
Sutton
cooked
ahead of him.
for a second.
Whatever. What you said?
You're basically telling me his NFL career is cooked because of what happened last year.
I wouldn't say
And
cooked long
You
term.
won't expect him to like be what he was.
Yeah, it's
before
not.
this.
It's
It's on
cooked.
pause.
It needs some rehab.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, and again, a 49ers fan might see this and be like, always disrespecting Ayuk, like every NFL fan sees when their person is an A tier. But it's not really about his ability. It's just a tough situation. And if this is projecting for next year,
Okay.
it's just hard to imagine he comes in week 5, coming off of the PUP list, and is able to have some mind-blowing season after missing that much time and already not being that great beginning of last year.
Facts.
Okay.
But, he could prove us wrong. Maybe he has a miraculous recovery and he gets back into tier 2 range. That's certainly possible. Let's move over. Oh, last one.
Tier 2's high.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, you can tell me. Was he as good as Terry McLaurin 2 years ago? Probably.
I don't know.
Damn.
I don't know. I
They
don't,
hate him.
Yeah. Listen,
You are the crowd.
maybe 23 was a strong year for him.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
But hey, listen now.
The breakout star of last year.
Listen. Another breakout season.
Wow.
Add another one to the list. This is tier 2.
Tier 2's getting crowded, but yeah. I mean,
This is a lot of names.
it's
man.
either best name in tier 3 or tier 2, and I don't know how to hold it against him. Like he's just as good as Garrett Wilson, I think. Or actually, that's tough. He's right there. He's in sniffing range.
He's up there. He was already on pace to get better. And now DK's gone. So it really is just him. I am a little bit curious though, because like the quarterback play, you go from Geno Smith to Sam Darnold, but hey, we'll let you live for right now. I just think that like he's so complete. He's such a good route runner. Like I do think like a jump is on the way.
Yeah. He was last year used pretty much entirely from the slot. Well, actually, I shouldn't say entirely. He moved around a lot, but he was the slot receiver with Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf on the outside. He led the league in yards from the slot. And what's interesting about him is he has the most diverse route tree in the NFL, I think, which can be seen as a good thing or a bad thing. He had 0 routes that were over 18% usage in his entire tree, which is unusual. Most top guys have a route that's like 25 to 30%, like their bread and butter. He had no bread and butter. He just got used in every single way. So maybe you could say the new coaching staff should like find what he's best at and really hammer that in. But he ran everything. He had 4.96 yards per route run against man coverage in the second half of the season after they started running the offense through him. That would be the most in the NFL. So fantastic route runner, can kill man, be used in a variety of ways. Most yards from the slot. I think has some capabilities to play on the outside. We'll see. They're going to need him to play on the outside now with DK gone. They're going to need to move around even more. That's the only question mark is can he be a like true X receiver, which doesn't matter that much in the modern NFL, especially with Clint Kubiak coming in, who is among the highest in the NFL condensed formations. So if everybody's on the inside, it's hard for that to matter quite as much. But that is still a question that he needs to step up a little bit because of that vacated targets. He has to have more responsibility.
He does have a bread and butter though, and it's just winning. Like his success rate against man last year jumped up to 75%, right around that mark, right where you want to see it at. And I think he's like Jason is going to be your favorite receiver's favorite receiver just because of how versatile he is and how he can do everything. And so like, whenever like old players, they talk about some people, production and accolades don't matter at all. They just look at somebody, they're like, oh, he could do everything. His bag was so deep. That's JSN, right? JSN's bag is insanely deep. And so I don't think it's an issue that he doesn't have like a signature thing. I actually think that I can understand why people look at it and it's like, oh, he's not great at anything. But also, if you're getting open every single play and you're successful on every single route, I think that does a little bit more, and it gives your offense a lot more versatility, especially when you have a guy like Sam Darnold and the rest of your pieces are still in flux. Now you're not locked into a certain way of offense because you say we have to get JSN the ball on go route. So we have to, we have to manufacture these digs so that's where he's best at. He can just be good everywhere, and it gives everybody else some more freedom.
Okay. We forgot Jerry Jeudy in the North. He's sitting down there. We forgot about him. Right? We forgot, on the Browns. We forgot about Jerry Jeudy.
Of course, we got
tier 4. He's below Sutton and Ayuk, I think. Great route runner. Killed the game deep last year, catching bombs from Jameis Winston. A fantastic year, caught lightning in a bottle. Tier 4. He's like, great year.
Donovan?
Tier 5.
Tier 5.
Tier 5.
That was Judy's first year in terms of being. It was his first year having over 1,000 yards since he came into the league. Obviously, like a majority of his production came with Jameis Winston, and during that stretch, 100% shout out to him because
You don't think he's on the same level as Josh Downs?
No.
Okay.
I think for a majority of Judy's career, we've seen where he's at, which is like, 700 to 900 yards. He'll be okay. But unless you have somebody who is as creative and audacious as Jameis Winston, some of the plays that he had probably aren't going to happen this year because Jameis isn't there. So what does it look like when you have either Kenny Pickett, Shedeur Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, or Joe Flacco, right? Like those are the only options for you. And so Joe Flacco, while he may be as audacious as Jameis, he can't move the same way Jameis is. We still have no idea what Dylan and Shedeur are going to look like. And I know Kenny Pickett is not going to be this crazy air it out type of quarterback. I don't see the same production coming from Jerry Jeudy, so I do think he's going to be tier 5.
Okay. If all things go well for the Browns, Cedric Tillman is your best wide receiver by the end of the year. That's the goal. Is if you're going to have a great season in which you surprise people, it's because Tillman becomes your true alpha.
And that's why I can't have you at tier 4.
Yeah.
If best case scenario, somebody else is the number 1 receiver, you're not tier 4.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Last division in football, we have the
NFC South.
NFC South. Why did I just have a brain fart? Drake London. This is the name I was looking most forward to talking about on this list. Drake London is so close to being tier 1.
Wow.
So Drake London is easily the best name in tier 2.
Wow.
Easily. To me, the top of tier 2.
He's on his own tier. He's waiting in line at the club to get into tier 1.
Honestly, he maybe should be tier 1. I don't hate him being tier 1. I guess we should leave it exclusive. If we get a full year of Michael Penix and he is good, if he's good enough, if Michael Penix is slightly better than, if he is just league average starter, I'll be shocked if Drake London isn't a tier 1 receiver next year. This man is the most versatile receiver in the NFL, more so than Puka, because he actually is a real deep threat too, on top of being utilized in every single area of the field. God. I think, he's thought of as like the true X receiver, as his big body, which he is. Like 30% of his snaps came from the slot. Jesus. He moves around everywhere, is used in every way, is fantastic separator, which people thought he wasn't going to be coming out of college. He is a great route runner, is the good big body contested catch receiver, can beat you in a myriad of ways with the myriad of routes, good releases. He really does have the full package.
Dude, he was 8th in yards versus zone while also being 9th in yards versus man. He is so versatile.
Yeah, great on both sides, attacking both coverages. The only thing he doesn't have is like the top end athleticism of like the guys at the top that he's not the body of Jamar Chase making people miss in the short yardage. But basically, he checks every single box to some degree.
The only reason why I'm not putting him in tier 1 is just because I do, and it's completely unfair because it has nothing to do with him. I just I have to see Michael Penix, and I have to see if Michael Penix can deliver the ball. But honestly, some of the quarterback play that Kirk Cousins gave last year, man, that was some tough watch.
It was a horrible watch.
Exactly.
Unless they're playing the Bucks. It's terrible.
If you want to tell me that Drake London is tier 1, fine. I do think.
What about as a talent? Is he a tier 1 talent? Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
but it makes sense. I'm not going to penalize you because everyone in tier 1 that I'm realizing has like firmly a top 10 quarterback. Except for maybe CD.
So Drake London
it makes sense.
Was double teamed the 6th highest percentage in the league. He has a 77% success rate against double teams. That is a crazy combination to get double team that much and be that efficient. Like, that is tier 1 shit. And he's top 10 in yards from the slot. Like, Drake London's incredible. Yeah. The only thing holding me back from putting him in tier 1 is I just subjectively don't want tier 1 to be too big. And I'm leaving tier 1 to be like sure things. And I just need to see it for a full season. But if he has 1,400 yards next year and is a tier 1 receiver, I won't be shocked even a little bit.
Wow. Okay.
Right.
In fact, I'll predict it. He will make the leap to tier 1 this coming year.
Which
maybe should mean we put him tier 1.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
is projection.
I mean, it is projection.
But yeah, I don't know.
Nah, we'll keep it there.
Yeah, we'll keep him there. It's top of tier 2, but he's amazing. Chris Olave.
Another guy where he had legitimate haters on his team. And
who's hating on him?
His quarterback tried to kill him multiple times.
Derek Carr?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, multiple. And it's weird because like with the injury stuff, like Chris Olave was getting concussions like crazy. He had two concussions in the span of like a month. And so he was shut down and didn't play a lot. The talent is still there. I just don't know if they can utilize him well, especially with the Saints also have the worst, quarterback room in the league. So I have no idea what next year is gonna be on. So purely on talent, I would put Chris Olave at the top of tier 3.
Yeah, I think purely on talent, he has the capabilities of being tier 2. He has the capabilities of being Garrett Wilson, I think. It just hasn't been able to come together. So top of tier 3 is fair. Okay. Like, I feel like him and Terry McLaurin are pretty close. And we gave Terry the boost to the bottom of tier 2 off of just respect, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But
production.
Yeah, but tier 2 is big too. Looking at this, I really think Terry should be the top of tier 3, but it's fine.
Top of tier 3 sounds like it makes sense. He was second in success rate versus doubles.
Yeah, he's a great vertical threat. It just hasn't been able to be put together. Like, it's really kind of a cop-out. Like, he is talented enough to be tier 2. And if you're a Saints fan, like, if all things are going well for him, he would have been able to be tier 2 right now. It just hasn't been able to be put together.
Damn.
Tedero McMillan, the rookie, is another fun one. Where do you think he's going to be as a rookie? Obviously, he has a high ceiling, could be a truly dominant, big X receiver. I think he has a little more nuances to a game than people think by just seeing this massive 6'5" guy. They assume he's like, just go up and moss people. I think he's more of like, not DK, because DK is like generationally not good at contested catches. And I do think Tech can do better than that. But he is more of a glide past you and like use his body to wall people off, like a Drake London type, not necessarily a head top type of guy.
Yeah, I'll go maybe tier 4, like best case scenario. I look at him and he's like the NFL version of Ace Bailey, where like
that's what
where like he's like obviously like the physical build is like, oh wow, like that's crazy. And you see the highlights of him and it's like, oh yeah, we're taking tough shots. Like we're knocking him down. But that's honestly not
efficient.
It's not efficient. Like you don't know if that's sustainable because he's not that good at it. Like you said, like he's not the best head topper or mosser in the league. So now the bar for can you be the best receiver on this team, very low.
Yeah,
you're trying to beat out a senior citizen and Adam Thielen and Xavier Legette, who's out here being in, Glorilla music videos and stuff like that.
I think he'd be tier 3. I think he can be tier 3 as a rookie. He can be better than DK Metcalf next year. I am certain of that.
You're certain.
Can be. Yeah, I'm certain he has a ceiling. Wow. I'm not certain he will be because a lot has to go right, but I am certain he has a ceiling to be as good as Rashee Rice, DK Metcalf.
If he gets there, okay, I guess right now I'm thinking about just like him as a talent because if he gets to tier 3, obviously that means that like Bryce takes a step.
And
forward.
David Canales is a great coordinator, so like he has a good infrastructure there. He'll get the most targets. He's not just a dynamic catch over people, but he is still a good vertical threat. He had a 73% success rate against press, which is 8th percentile in college. He can be a man beater. He has good releases. He's not the fastest guy in the world to just burn you deep. That's probably the biggest issue. But he is a good route runner. He's proficient at using his counters. He had good utilization on comebacks, on intermediate breaking routes, running digs. I think he's a full, well-rounded wide receiver. He just doesn't have the high-end Nico Collins, AJ Brown type of deep threat winning ability, I think. But I think he can be just below that and be able to do all the things necessary to have like a well-rounded attack despite that.
It sounded like just a young Cortland Sutton right now, where it's like...
No, I think he's so much more fluid than Cortland Sutton. He can move for that size. He can make guys miss. He is an athlete. He runs like a gazelle. He is way more dynamic than Cortland Sutton to me with the ball in his hands.
If you want to go tier 3, You can go ahead. I don't know if I'm super high on Tech, but okay.
I'll go.
Tier 3s,
I think
wow.
he'll be better than DK next year.
Okay.
I'll put
Wow.
him below Rasheed Rice just 'cause I think Rasheed's gonna have stupid production playing off Mahomes.
We're so low on DK. This is but honestly,
As he should be probably.
yeah, it's not even our fault. Like it's just damning that it's this low.
Yeah, play better. I don't know. I mean, I don't hate DK, but play better. Mike Evans, quintessential tier 2, like always.
Hall of Famer.
Here we go again.
not a Hall of Famer, but he is tier 2.
Yeah,
and he is
put
above
him-
Tyreek.
Above Tyreek, can put him here.
Yes,
Okay.
I think the young dudes in tier 2 have a little bit more juice than him, but I mean Mike Evans is just Mike Evans. It's just that simple.
This game is cut and dry.
I saw something where they're like, Mike Evans is single handedly making OCs think that a goal line fade is a good play again.
One of the few guys that actually still play that way.
Yeah, so I think he's gonna get 1,000 yards, even if it is Fugazi like it was last year. The production is going to be there.
Yeah, I said earlier we talked about the top end of yards per run against man, which is like the best measure of efficiency every time you're out there.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, Nico Collins. Number 2, AJ Brown. Number 3, CeeDee Lamb. Number 4, Mike Evans.
Right.
He is still amazing at simply lining up and winning one-on-one.
Yeah.
That's his game. He obviously is like older, not just like this burner, but like fundamental. He will beat his man. He will get open.
Okay.
And he will be a touchdown threat with that gigantic ass frame.
How old is he now?
Probably like 32, maybe.
God damn.
Checking
Even
right
with
now.
projection, you don't think you think he's still gonna like a steamroller?
He's 31, and he will turn 32 before the season starts.
Hey, shout out to longevity.
Yeah. So okay, this is ridiculous. 11 straight years of at least 1,000 yards. He had 110 targets last year, 74 catches, 11 touchdowns. It's just gonna be, standard Mike Evans things.
Mike Evans is Mike Evans things, exactly. Like, not going to predict the fall off until it happens. It's like Derrick Henry. There's a couple years everyone's like, Father Time is catching up.
Yeah.
It hasn't caught up yet. I'm going to assume it never catches up at this rate.
Okay, that's fair. That's very fair.
And this is our tier list. This is everybody. A big tier 2. So be it. I think you can move one guy down and make it a little more even, but other than that, it's fine.
Out of everything that we've done so far on House Call, this is a list that I'm definitely going to hold you guys more accountable for because of course, I'm going to give you a little bit of grace because there's so much nuance when it comes to things, but
this is like
how I'm
way less
looking at it.
controversial than the QB one. So like,
yeah.
There's like every fan base loves their QB, and NFL fans are the most offensive fans in the goddamn world because NFL fans pay attention to their team and their team alone a lot of times.
Yeah.
So people will like ride to death for their QB. So everyone's always gonna be pissed when you don't say their QB is the best in the division or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
This is far less controversial. I think a lot of this is pretty cut and dry.
Okay.
The real debates were like within tiers, I think is where you can have a lot of debate, but I think a lot of the guys slot in pretty undebatably, except for a few in each tier.
Who's on the lowest tier that you can envision skyrocketing up towards like tier 1 or maybe tier 2?
IU can get back up high if he's healthy, but that's asking a lot coming off an ACL.
Yeah. And who can you see just completely like falling off? Is it Tyreek Hill?
I know.
I can see Tyreek falling.
Terry McLaurin's getting kind of old. He's also currently in a contract dispute. Maybe he gets traded because they don't want to pay him, and he goes to a worse situation and doesn't have a good connection with like he does with Jaden Daniels. Maybe that's possible.
Mm-hmm.
I think Tyreek and unfortunately Garrett Wilson. Like I think it's a very boomer bust situation.
Yeah.
I think that he can have another breakout season. Mm-hmm. However, putting your faith into Justin Fields at this point in his career is very, very risky. So if that situation doesn't start off in year 1, you can get to a place where you're like, damn, like it's another year of just the worst quarterback play in the league. He's only going to get like 900 something yards. Like it could go bad, but I think that the worst situation out of all of these is probably going to be Miami. Okay. And so Tyreek's probably going to drop.
Okay.
And there we go. That is our wide receiver tier list, wide receiver 1 tier list for every single team going into this coming season. This is what we think will happen by the end of the year or by the start of the year, whatever verbiage you want to parse, but our projections for this coming season. With that being said, that's the end of the main episode. It's time to have some fun. It's time to yap.
It's time to munch, not on the deep 3, but on the House Call, reading football edition crayons. We move!
We're sniffing markers. We're on the TikTok time.
Oh, that's hazardous. That's hazardous.
We're drinking paint. We're on the TikTok time.
Drinking paint.
Welcome to TikTok time. Today, we're going to begin with the game that you guys have seen us play all the time on TD3, we're going to do a keep 4, cut 4 with NFL running backs.
Yes, sir. So I got 8 names for you. I'm going to try to deceive you, manipulate you guys, but also give you a fair chance to stand tall when it comes to this keep 4, cut 4.
Well, we have a fair chance because in the blind rankings last time we did not have a fair chance. Last time that was devious. We got fucked. We'll see if we have a chance this time. So these are all current running backs.
Yeah, current running backs right now, where you see them as.
Okay.
Keep 4, cut 4, running back edition. First name what we have is Saquon Barkley.
Well, obviously, we're keeping the best running back in the NFL. That goes without being said.
I ain't gotta say nothing.
He's that
I ain't
guy.
gotta say nothing.
Yeah, first notch. No words necessary.
Okay.
Starting with an easy one.
Number 2, Jahmyr Gibbs.
We're keeping Jahmyr Gibbs.
Keeping Gibbs. You could tell me there's a world where Gibbs has a season where you could say, oh, damn, is he the second best running back in the NFL? Like, that's within the realm of possibility. We're keeping Gibbs.
Okay.
Gibbs is at lowest the
4 or
fourth
5.
best, the fourth best receiver.
Yeah.
Wow.
Running back.
Okay. Kyron Williams.
Cut that man.
Wow.
Shout out him playing his role within that offense. He's done a fine job. I'm fine cutting him.
Okay.
Please.
Josh Jacobs.
That's a tough one. There's only 2 spots left.
It
Josh
is-
Jacobs is a top tier, like top 8 running back in the NFL at worst.
At worst.
At worst. But I feel like he's going to do some more elite players.
There's only 2 names that I would feel better being ahead of Josh Jacobs right now. And so
You can go Bijan, Henry. Like, there's just a few more that like he might pick one of those. No, let's keep Jacobs. Let's fuck it. Let's respect Josh Jacobs.
Thank you.
Respect the guy that can handle all the volume. The guy that can take hit after hit after hit, handle the load.
all right, we just gotta cut some people now.
Yeah, now
Okay.
we're cutting spree.
All right. Aaron Jones.
Cut.
Damn.
You have to.
I like the way
Goodbye.
you guys think. Okay.
See ya.
Number 2, next we got. I said Josh Jacobs already? Yeah, my bad. I'm tweaking. Bijan Robinson.
Keep him.
Keep him.
You have to keep
That's our
Bijan.
last one. So be it. Whatever happens now happens.
Ooh, okay. Chase Brown.
Cut.
Damn.
I feel fine about that.
Then this Derrick Henry.
See, you suck.
Yeah, you're just the devil.
You
So,
suck.
Man, you guys used all your keys
I did.
so fast.
I told you maybe we should have.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't think he was gonna put both of them on here.
I kind of had a feeling he might.
He put the whole top 5.
I
Like,
kind of had a feeling he might.
I mean, you guys used all your keeps. You guys shot your load so fast entirely.
and that's fine. Sometimes I got to shoot a
you
load.
know
It is
what?
it
I'm
is.
gonna justify Derrick Henry is old. The fall off is coming.
Oh my
It's
God.
gonna happen. We're getting out ahead of
I'm
him.
ahead of the curve.
Okay, with that type of logic, I still don't understand. L.
Well, you're going to hell. This was rude.
Okay.
Not the worst though. At least we got 3 of the 4 right.
That's funny. All right, so moving on, we are going to see which QB is under more pressure this season. I feel like more seasons than ever, especially
Push your mics away. Push your mics away. I got y'all.
especially where like so much things is impending and on the line. So many QBs have been given so many chances over the last few years, whether it's been through injury or coaching
hot in here.
inconsistencies or whatnot. Who is under more pressure?
This is just like a hater index. This is where Donovan can thrive. This is where he gets to slander people. This is my least favorite conversation in the world.
I love it, bro. First up, we got Justin Herbert or Trevor Lawrence.
Surprisingly, you guys safe.
Definitely
Wow.
safe. Justin Herbert is under pressure in terms of getting slandered by fans.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't actually matter. Trevor Lawrence's job is in jeopardy. If he has a bad year, they might move on in a couple years. Like he has pressure to maintain his status as a starting quarterback.
And even Justin Herbert, the nerds are always gonna love him. He's always gonna have a contingency of people who back him.
Ninth in EPA per dropback.
Trevor Lawrence is losing the nerds. He is losing them. And now that
You know what's crazy? He had them on his side. Crazy as a prospect.
a long time.
His
a long
college
time.
DVOA.
But you have a new coach, a budding wide receiver, potentially one of the most dynamic players in all of football, and Travis Hunter. A lot of things looks like it's about to go his way, and the tape has been looking a little bit like, I don't know what to do. It's Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, this is the year he has to prove that he is the quarterback he was drafted to be. He can be a top 15 quarterback in the league. Herbert doesn't. Herbert's status is secured.
Wow. Okay.
But he does have to win a playoff game or else he's going to keep getting hated on Twitter. But that's just Twitter.
He probably don't.
He doesn't go fuck.
He's not on Twitter.
He's not in jeopardy at all.
Damn. Okay. Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson?
It is Lamar Jackson
Really?
until further notice.
Yeah, probably. They both are like top 10 talents. They both have the talent to be top 10 QBs, like in maybe in NFL history. But he's got to win it first. Nobody's calling Josh Allen like a playoff dropper. Nobody's throwing that at him. Maybe there's a reason why, but At least Lamar is fighting that.
Don't make me go there.
Yeah.
Don't make me go there.
No, it's okay when he does it. It's a problem when I do it.
The most famous thing that Josh Allen has ever done is lose in the playoffs. You don't do that for Lamar Jackson. I wonder why. He also has had some pretty bad playoffs.
He has.
He has to step up. They were calling him NFL James Harden.
And Joel Embiid, MVP that can't get it done, crumbles.
You can't have that attached to your name, Lamar. I need you to win.
Yeah, and there is always context that can go into any playoff performance. It's never so black and white of judging a player just off of the outcome. Don't I fucking know it as a Chargers fan, as a Justin Herbert defender? But there has been moments with Lamar as somebody who can be called the best quarterback in the league in any given year. There has been times where he just hasn't played that well for his standards. So there's a reason that label's there for him and not Josh Allen. We're joking about it just being because of the whiteness, but Lamar has slightly more pressure, but they both have tons of pressure to win.
Who do you think would
Do you think
benefit?
I'm joking?
We're joking about that being the entire reason. That is a part of it, not going to lie, but it's not the entire reason.
So it sounds like Lamar Jackson will benefit more of getting a ring than Josh Allen right now, simply because of all the...
Lamar needs to have like a good performance in the playoffs. He can lose, but he has to lose in dignity and just put up good numbers. They both need a ring to like solidify their place in history.
Yeah.
Lamar's going up against the two most powerful factors in the NFL, which is playoff narratives and racism. And that is extremely hard to overcome both in a single season.
It is.
Yeah.
Takes a Herculean effort. But they both probably have the most pressure to win a Super Bowl in the league. Lamar is more pressure to like just put up numbers.
Okay. Dak Prescott or Kyler Murray?
Kyler Murray can throw for 5,000 yards. He can win MVP. He can win a Super Bowl and win Super Bowl MVP. That is the 16th best quarterback.
Damn.
Nobody cares. If you are the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, you have inherently the most pressure in the NFL.
Dak is a top 10 quarterback. Cowboys fans have been able to watch a top 10 quarterback for the last 10 years. That is a blessing for most fan bases. They hate this man because he hasn't won a Super Bowl. No matter how good he is, he can be the 9th best
Not
quarterback.
a Super Bowl. They haven't gone to a conference championship.
True. So he can be the 9th best quarterback in the league all he wants. As a Cowboys fan, you're going to hate him unless he wins the big one. So he's always going to have more pressure just off of that fucking logo on his helmet.
God damn. That's tough. I would think it's Kyler Murray, but I mean, I understand.
Slower stakes.
He is America's team when it comes to Dak Prescott. So
and Kyler Murray has more to prove for sure, but the pressure inherent with being a Cowboy like changes the factor a little bit.
Okay. That makes sense.
Because nobody's really like expecting a superstar league from Kyler Murray at this point. Like he has the talent to like, oh, he was 8th in MVP this year. He can have a crazy year, but nobody's expecting year over year like top 8 quarterback in the league anymore.
Okay. Anthony Richardson or Caleb Williams? Pressure.
This is
so okay. The easy answer is Anthony Richardson because he has to prove he can be a starting quarterback.
Yeah.
He has more to lose, more to prove. Caleb has a lot of pressure though playing for the Bears. It's kind of similar to the Cowboys thing where the Bears have never had a good quarterback. He was supposed to be the savior, way higher expectations than Anthony Richardson. So he has more to live up to. So maybe it's more pressure. But I'm still going Anthony Richardson, man. He might not have a job in a year.
For that reason, I'm gonna go with AR because even if Caleb Williams and the Bears have a bad year, you're still gonna do the whole offseason cycle and then say, oh, well, it's just the first year with Ben Johnson. It was just the first year in this new system. They're gonna be better next year, and you're gonna trick yourself into that. He's gonna be able to get grace 9 months after. Anthony Richardson, like you said, his job is about to be changed.
Caleb's already shown enough to get like a multiple year runway. Like they can develop him. If Anthony Richardson doesn't show a little bit, there's no development.
He might not survive training camp.
That's crazy.
There's no way
actually sick.
You can't be hyperbolic with how short his leash is.
Wow. He sounds like he's going to also get a lot of people fired on his camp too.
That's the thing. Coaches are coaching for their fucking job. They can't wait around for him to develop as much as he probably deserves to because he is a young, raw quarterback who needed time. He's not going to get it.
That's
which is
sick.
A disservice to him in some ways, but you know, that's the NFL. You got to prove it at some point.
Okay. Drake May versus JJ McCarthy.
Oh, JJ McCarthy, easy.
It's tough.
Yeah.
People were saying JJ McCarthy is walking into the best environment a rookie quarterback has ever been in. He's going to have a good line on both sides, the best receiver in the NFL, a great offensive coordinator. The team wants to win a Super Bowl in year one, and it's going to be, their chances are hinging completely on his ability to perform as a rookie.
It's JJ McCarthy.
That is true.
It's JJ McCarthy. Drake May, the Patriots were so bad last year. Once you change everything, you give yourself a couple more years to be better. Now that like the Vikings, Sam Darnold played his best that he's ever played last year, and they said, you can go. We have JJ McCarthy. Like all the hopes that Minnesota is trying to accomplish this year, it rests on his shoulders.
Wow.
Yeah, Drake May isn't. The team's just not ready to win yet, so there's less pressure right away. He can develop at his own pace. The team is far away from doing anything of note. the Vikings have to win now. Like their window is this singular moment.
But a lot of people, when it comes to Drake May, are super high on his ceiling as a quarterback in this league. And so I almost feel like he might have a little bit more pressure there. But totally team-wise, David McCarthy makes sense.
Yeah, you're right. In terms of like their need to perform at an individual level, there's definitely more pressure for Drake May. But the team level is just seismically different.
Yeah. Okay. Jordan Love versus CJ Stroud.
Oh wow, this is very very tough. I'm gonna go with.
They're both under a lot of pressure, but also not under the most pressure at the same time. Like neither one are living and dying by this year, but they also both are like on the precipice of being elite. And
you know what? I'm gonna go with Jordan Love because I think that CJ Stroud already has a little bit of the stamp of he is an elite quarterback, and even going into this year, it's kind of like, hey, the O-line is not really stable. Right now, we're still trying to figure out if Jordan Love can be that guy or not.
Yeah.
And so if he has a down year, you are going to look at him differently. Where CJ Stroud, it's not gonna affect him like that.
Yeah. I think they're both under the regular amount of pressure that comes with the position, but neither one of them are, like vying for their job or vying for anything of like prove it. They both are solidified. They're both paid. They're both the guy for their team, and they both shown enough that you feel good about them leading your team to varying levels. I think CJ Stroud's a little bit better, but I'll call it neutral. But if we're calling it neutral, CJ Stroud is more proven. We'll go Jordan Love.
Okay. Does Jordan Love have more like expectations?
Not really. He just has. CJ Stroud's rookie year is better than the year Jordan Love's had thus far.
Damn. Okay.
So we've just seen it a little more with CJ Stroud. So you're probably more willing to give him grace.
Okay, that makes sense.
Back to back AFC South champions. Like they've accomplished things where the Packers haven't yet.
Yeah, the Jordan Love experience is really coasting on theory right now, but he's shown enough flashes that you believe that theory is coming to be. Like it's a good bet to take, but so far it's still a bet.
Okay. Next up, we got Jared Goff versus Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy's fine because he just got his money, and I think that.
But you don't think he has to prove that he's earned that money?
All the people who already hate Brock Purdy are gonna hate him. Jared Goff has been hyped up, and so if they lose Ben Johnson and Jared Goff comes out and plays like a bad version of Jared Goff, people are gonna merchant. It was never you. His Cinderella run is over. The Lions are cooked. Like if Jared Goff has a bad year in the Lions and their whole window like goes away, you're gonna feel so weird about what do we do with Detroit right now.
Yeah, but I think Brock Purdy does have a lot of pressure in terms of like actually the team element, not just narrative. And simple fact is they paid him and they had to lose a lot of talent because of that. Your team is worse now because your quarterback is more properly compensated for his abilities, so naturally more is on his shoulders. That is a fucking fair bit of pressure for a guy who is really having to be like you got to perform like a star now. No more cute story. Like you got to carry.
Not when them checks coming in. Not when the checks are clearing. I'll do what I want.
That's funny.
Doesn't even matter.
Next up, we got Aaron Rodgers versus Patrick Mahomes.
It's honestly Mahomes.
This is a funny one.
It's honestly.
It's so different.
I don't care at all about what Aaron Rodgers has going on. Nobody cares. At this point, I think a majority of the league is just waiting for him to retire.
He's cooked. Is he medium well or is he well done? That's the deciphering factor this year.
Yeah. It's the question is not like pressure on Aaron Rodgers. It is how far are you willing to take this? Because he might get Mike Tomlin fired.
That'd be crazy. And Mahomes,
that sounds impossible. What?
You know what? Currently, people are starting to there's a narrative brewing that Mahomes isn't the best anymore because his counting stats have been down for 2 straight years due to the nature of the offense. I guess he does, in terms of that, of like narrative, when people talk about him, he does have to prove a little bit that I'm still that guy because Josh Allen and Lamar have been so great. But at the end of the day, he could have another down regular season and just be in the Super Bowl, so none of that shit really matters.
But that's what it takes for him to be there. It's either, you can do whatever you want, but if you make the Super Bowl, then it's fine.
Well, he does it every year, so I'm inclined to think that he's not going to stop doing it.
That's a lot of pressure. It's Super Bowl or bust. It's Super Bowl appearance or bust.
You're right. I guess that is the most pressure you could possibly have. So we'll go with Mahomes.
It's gonna be him almost every year for sure when it comes to quarterbacks.
Ever since year 2 or ever since the first Super Bowl, it was all right. How many Super Bowls are you gonna get? Are you gonna be better than Tom Brady? Are you chasing him? Are you doing all this? Every single year is a referendum, and you are comparing him to Tom Brady at that point in his career.
He low-key, year by year, probably has the most pressure of any quarterback in history. Now I'm thinking about it. Who else came into the league and was like, by year 2, like, oh, you need to be in the Super Bowl every year? Like, you don't really see that. Tom Brady wasn't expected to do that much year 1. Peyton Manning took him until like year 5 for him to be able to really be competing like that. He's like he was getting tough. Michael Jordan comparisons in year 2. Like, oh, you're the dominant guy from now on. You better make it every year. I don't think anybody's ever had more pressure than him.
It's tough. It's Mahomes.
That's actually nuts.
Man, Michael Jordan is crazy.
Jalen Hurts or Joe Burrow?
Joe Burrow for sure. Joe Burrow is like currently getting hyped up as being like, oh, any given year he can be the best quarterback in the league. He is as good as the top 3 MVP guys. He doesn't have the MVP yet, so there's pressure for him to like get that MVP or make the playoffs, win a playoff game again, get back to that level he was at in 2020.
Yeah,
definitely him. And Jalen Hurts has won the Super Bowl as like the 10th best quarterback in the league, and now people are calling him the 4th best. He has the opposite of pressure. He has the opposite of pressure. He currently is coasting.
I feel like the nerds have a lot of pressure on Jalen Hurts because they're like,
they don't matter.
Yeah, show me now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter though. At the end of the day, like people are going to hate the general public respects the shit out of Jalen Hurts right now, and you know he might lose that by the end of this year. Who knows? But for now, he is coasting.
Nah, he got mad pressure. They still don't believe in him. It's crazy.
It doesn't matter. It just doesn't fucking matter at this point.
Understand the doubters just fuel him. It's ridiculous. He's gonna come back. He's gonna do what he does.
Anyway, Joe Burrow has way more pressure.
Super Bowl.
Okay. I feel okay about that.
And it's a team environment. Joe Burrow has to carry his team. Like the offense is built around him putting up numbers. Like,
but it almost feels like he gets more of a pass because of the other side of the football.
Maybe, but Jalen Hurts gets carried by the other side of football at the same time. Like, not carrying is bad verbiage, but you know what I mean? Like, the team can be that good because it has a good defense. So, like, he doesn't have as much pressure. Like, because he can have a bad game and they still win. Joe Burrow can't have a bad game and they still win because the lack of defense.
Can you tell him something? Have they signed their first overall, their first round draft pick yet?
What does that got to do with Joe Burrow?
I'm asking you.
No, they have not.
This team is so incompetent.
They are.
And it does not matter because it's been 4 years, about to be 5 years since they went to the Super Bowl. It's been like 2 years since they won a playoff game. It's getting scary. It's getting scary. I do think that Joe Burrow has more pressure.
Agreed.
Okay. Last one. Tua Tagovailoa versus Bryce Young.
That was the worst pronunciation of his last name ever.
No. Really? How do you pronounce his last name?
Tagovailoa.
Oh, shit.
That's close. It was a V.
I thought I was hitting it.
No, you missed the V.
Just say Tua.
Yeah, it's Tua. Tua or Bryce Young. Interesting. It's hard because Tua has to compete and show he's worth the contract he already got. Bryce Young had a good second half of the year, but has to prove he's still good. Like there's still the verdict isn't even out yet that he's a good player yet.
It's Bryce Young. It's Bryce Young. They benched Bryce Young mid-season for Andy Dalton.
Quite the indictment.
You have to come out. You have to perform. You were the number 1 overall pick, and everyone said, "Don't do it because he's 5'9". Do not do it, or else you are going to see pictures of him online walking in the training camp with a big old backpack, and they're like, "See, he looks like a middle school quarterback. He cannot play." I think there's a group of people that says everything that he did at the end of last year, good for him. It was fake. I don't believe it. He still is a bad quarterback. He has to show that he can be a top 18 quarterback in the league. And for Tua,
you got to prove you can keep your head on. Because like I think nobody really
that's
like you just have to stay healthy. Like that's all it comes down to is you have the pressure of staying healthy. Nobody has expectations of him being a top 5 QB or anything.
Yeah,
nobody's
I didn't know how to say it, but
nobody's saying you need to go out there and be a superstar. We know who you are. You're a good, not great quarterback. You got to stay on the field. That's the pressure you have.
Can you win a playoff game?
I don't even care about that. Can you play 16 games? Can you stay healthy? That's all that matters to him right now.
Do you think the flag or the ship has sailed completely when it comes to thinking of Bryce Young as having a certain level of ceiling and catching up to CJ Stroud?
Like top 10 ceiling?
Oh, yeah. That's
top, like...
Yeah. That happens.
Middle of the pack, top 13, 14,
No,
16.
I think he could be a middle of the pack quarterback.
Sure, he can be like a 16th best quarterback.
The ship has sailed. That's all I need to know.
The top 10 ship was never there, but he can be like middle of the pack, like 16, 15 on a given year. That's possible.
Okay.
But top 10, like CJ Stroud, like you said, no, that's not happening.
Okay.
At least I don't think, but you never know. Maybe he has small Drew Brees. Who knows?
Small Drew Brees. That's not that bad.
And that's the last one. Of course not. That'd be amazing. I'm joking. That'd be fucking incredible.
Yeah, that's the last one.
Okay.
Next up. Going from offense to defense, I want to see who was the best defensive player in every single division.
Okay, so we'll pick the number 1 guy in every division.
Yes.
This is hard because it's so subjective at times.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Some of them are clear cut, but some of them will be a fun debate.
All right. We're starting in the AFC West. Name them.
Okay, so Pat Surtain's the reigning DPOY, so I feel like we can give it to him. The fun conversation is number 2. Do you go Chris Jones, who has been in best interior defensive lineman for a long time, but he's getting old? Or Max Crosby, who, if he's healthy, that white boy is dangerous.
I don't care about that white boy. Listen, that white boy is dangerous. Don't care about him. It's Chris Jones. Chris Jones is the second best in this division.
Really?
Everything that the Chiefs are able to do, everything that Spags is able to do, that's Chris Jones.
You think there's a gap?
Only because Chris Jones, it's so crazy. You think about like clutch plays and like playoff runs and all that, and you think about it on the offensive side of the ball. Chris Jones has some of the most important plays and the most important clutch plays for the Chiefs in this entire dynasty. He is the second best player.
Yeah, he's getting a little bit old though, and like the run defense isn't quite what it once was on a play-to-play basis. Kind of coasting a little bit to the playoffs. So over the course of a full regular season, Max Crosby might be better these days. But end of the day, you're trying to win a Super Bowl like the Chiefs are. You need them to be there, ready for the playoffs. Chris Jones is another level to get to.
Yeah.
Okay.
But either way, Pat Surtain is clearly number one in his division.
Okay.
Best cornerback in the NFL.
Who would you say is number 3 out of curiosity?
Max Crosby.
Chris Jones. Whatever one of those two, wherever you go.
Okay.
But Khalil Mack is no slouch, though, as the fourth best. This is a strong division of defensive talent.
All right. What about the AFC East?
Ooh. Nobody on the Bills. We'll say that. We'll eliminate the Bills. To me, it's between Christian Gonzalez and Sauce Gardner.
And I think I would go. Listen, Sauce really he kind of got exposed last year in terms of not being a very physical guy.
Yeah.
But like him as like just doing cornerback stuff, right?
Yeah.
Whatever that means. Like he's still elite at that. I think he has one more year. I'm gonna give Sauce the offseason.
Yeah, but I think if we see one full year, I would not be shocked though if Christian Gonzalez laps him this year. Yeah. Christian Gonzalez has the capability of being the best man-to-man corner besides Pat Surtain. Like that is in the round possibility. The physicality he defends with, the size, being able to mirror any receiver at that size, that athleticism. He has the ability to be the best corner in the league full stop one day.
Yeah.
But we'll give the Sauce Gardner for now.
Easy conversation. AFC South.
Ooh. Okay, so this is another one of the conversation. It's Derek Stingley. The fun part is he
Firmly.
number 2 might be another player on his team. Might be one of those edge rushers.
Wow.
Probably. But if we're going one from every team, it'll be we're going Josh Allen or Jeffrey Simmons.
Probably Simmons number 2 out of these 4. But who's the best edge rusher there? Do you like Hunter or Anderson Jr. more? If we had to put him on this list,
I think I like Hunter more.
Yeah, it's probably more polished at this age. But Anderson obviously has the ceiling. The Texans might low key have the 3 best defenders in this division.
Listen, this is gonna be.
Dude, that's outrageous to say.
This is gonna be either it's a top 3. It's a top 3 defense in the league.
It should be
this year.
Man, they fucking terrorized Joe Alt and Staley last year. They killed the Chargers with that D-line and with Stingley. But yeah, of these 4, Stingley is clearly the top here. Another elite corner. 3 straight corner picks in a row. Surprising. In the league dominated by edge rushers. But, the guys here are great defensive linemen, not tier 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Next division, AFC South.
Yeah, AFC North.
Oh, sorry, my bad. AFC North.
So it's obviously Myles Garrett. Obviously. But shout out Kyle Hamilton. I so wish I could give it to Kyle Hamilton.
Oh, over TJ?
Yes. I so wish I could give it to Kyle Hamilton. But Myles Garrett is one of the most dominant defensive linemen in my lifetime.
Yeah.
So I can't. But Kyle Hamilton is towards the top of best defensive players in the NFL.
I can't believe that Myles Garrett is still in a Browns uniform.
I don't know if he can believe it. I don't know if he expected to be given $40 million instead of being told to pack his bags.
Jesus Christ.
They should have traded him.
They could have traded him for like 3 or 4. They could have traded him for 3 first-round picks.
They should have traded him.
They should have traded him so bad.
But yeah, it's Myles Garrett. It's not close.
No conversation. And shout out Hendrickson.
Is he still the best in the league at his position?
Yeah. Until proven otherwise, Myles Garrett's the top defensive lineman in the NFL.
Okay, that's an easy one.
But Kyle Hamilton is also clearly the best safety in the NFL, so he's not far behind him. But the value of the best edge rusher in the NFL is just so much higher than the best safety.
Yeah.
That's the most important position on the defense.
Okay.
And he's also great against the run, which a lot of like Trey Hendrickson is not necessarily.
Yeah. The NFC West.
Ooh.
Okay, I see Nick Bosa here. No Fred Warner love?
Yeah, probably should be Fred Warner in there. Yeah.
Okay.
Mine went blank. Oh, so is Fred Warner the answer? Do we go Fred Warner? Low-key, he's probably not right now. He's not number 1 right now. Jared Verse is on the way.
He is on the way.
End of next year, he could be in the conversation.
Wow.
But right now, it's probably Fred Warner.
Yeah, I think I go Fred Warner even over Nick Bosa. But yeah, Jared Verse. Listen, Jared Verse is.
Woo. And shout out Leonard Williams. Leonard Williams had an amazing year. Fred Warner is just like all-time great coverage linebacker, all-time great run-stopping linebacker. Like he is incredible at all facets of the field, makes their defense work. But man, Jared Verse is going to be one of the best power rushers in the NFL any year now.
Yeah.
No Baker love?
Shout out Budda Baker. This is a stacked ass division. This is an amazing division.
Yeah.
No, Budda Baker is amazing though. Like I love a versatile safety. That man can get in the box and play up high, can be all over the field.
Okay.
Love it.
Next division, NFC East.
I want to give it.
So it's not an Eagle and it's not a Commander.
I want to give it to my. It's not. It's
Is it a Cowboy?
This is tough.
Damn.
Conventional. Michael Parsons is one of the best edge rushers in the league at the most
Yeah.
valuable position in the league. Dexter Lawrence is different. That man's the best run stopping DT in the NFL and a vicious passer with his strength. He can move better than you think. It's probably Dex.
We got to go with Dexter Lawrence.
That's the best interior lineman in the NFL.
But it's close though. Like on any given Sunday, Michael Parsons can be the best defensive player in the division. But I do think we have to go Dexter Lawrence.
Yeah, just because how good he's against the run too.
Yeah.
And like he's probably snatched Chris Jones-Shane as the best interior lineman.
Okay.
Okay. I can give
Just
you
with
that.
age, you know?
Yeah.
But man, it doesn't feel right. It's weird that Michael Parsons isn't the best in his division. And that just shows you how insane Dex is.
Look at that.
All right. NFC South.
Stack division.
Ooh.
Is this a little stinky or not?
Yes, it's quite stinky. This is the worst division here.
Damn.
Is it one of the safeties or do we go JC Horn? JC Horn is a great corner, not like top 3 or anything. But
Yeah, he's great. I think I like Jesse Bates a little bit more.
Antoine Winfield didn't have his best year because he got hurt. So hard to hold that against him. But the year before that, he was first team All Pro. So you could still go Winfield. I'll go Jesse Bates just off of what he did for me lately. He just had the chance to do more because he wasn't injured. But I don't even know how to parse that debate between Winfield and Jesse Bates. It's just,
This whole division is in the mud.
yeah, it's two of the best safeties. I haven't thought enough about that. I anticipate Winfield will be back to his normal level. So call that whichever way you want. But it's one of those safeties.
Gun to the back of head. I need a name, please.
Jesse Bates, I guess.
Okay.
Jesse Bates.
But I don't feel good about it. I have no clue.
NFC North.
Okay, listen. When healthy, it's Hutchinson.
Yeah.
However, I saw the clip of him running post.
Oh, I saw that clip too.
Yeah.
Man,
Damn.
He'll be fine. He wasn't trying his hardest.
you can't even like. Some people will come back and it's like, oh wow, they put that bionic leg. They put a wood leg. In it. It looks so heavy. The running clip looks so bad. But if he's on, it is Aiden Hutchinson. He was carrying that defense by himself.
Yeah, he's another level than Van Ginkel on this list. And, shout out McKinney, shout out Jalen Johnson, amazing DBs. The power of an elite edge rusher, man. Hutchinson, he was on pace to potentially win DPOI last year. That's a different level of player.
God damn. All right.
Need that.
And that's,
that's about it. Oh, okay.
And those are some hard divisions, some of them right now.
The NFC South is frying me.
I was like, damn. Who am I
no
gonna pick?
redeeming traits or qualities.
Maybe we should have gave JC Horn a better chance, I guess.
It's okay.
But yeah, I don't know. What do you got for us next?
Next up, we're going to do the NFL forehead game.
Oh, we're going to do that next?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we did this before on the Deep 3. Time and time again, basically, we're all like handicapped. We can't see. We have to guess what player we have on our foreheads without knowing who it is. And we're going to ask each other a slew of questions. And
yeah, so we got these headbands on. We all draw. There's 20 names in here. None of us know who they are. We had our graphic designer, Andrea, make them. We draw them blindly. We can't see who is on our player. So close your eyes and then put the player into your headband. Here's this. I don't know if I'm going to drop it. Okay. Then you're going to try to put it into the slot. It's always hard for me to find the slot.
I'm just reaching and don't.
Is mine backwards?
No.
Huh?
No.
Okay, I'm good. So we all got a player. We have to see who can guess their player first, asking a series of questions one by one. You guys know how this works. You've seen this on TikTok many times.
Mine on
fuck,
good?
man.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Bro, mine is not staying on. What the fuck?
Can't fit around your head?
His head is too big.
I got too much NFL knowledge. That's why I only got so much fucking capacity.
Too much brain.
Yeah, exactly.
Too much dome to go around. Slinging it.
I think I loosened the buckle already, bro.
Damn.
That's
so
really
serious.
that's like a.
Put it higher.
There we go.
I'll say put it higher on your head, but you got it.
Okay,
Okay, so we all got a player on our head. We see each other's, we don't know ours. First things first. Is my player a quarterback?
No.
No.
That would have made it a lot easier.
Does my player play on offense?
He does.
Is my player a skill position player?
He is. Is my player a defender?
No.
Fuck.
Okay.
0 for 2.
Is my player a quarterback?
No.
He is not.
My
Damn.
player wide receiver?
He is not. Damn. Is my player a wide receiver?
No.
Oh my God.
Okay. Is my player a receiver?
No.
He is not.
What the fuck?
Is my player in the NFC?
He is. Was my player a first round pick?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Is my player is he a running back?
He is a running back.
Is my player running back?
He is a running back. Is my player a running back?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we all got running backs.
All right.
Okay.
Who's gonna figure it out first?
Fuck. All right. I think it's your go now.
No, I just asked a running back.
Oh, you just did. Okay. All right, my players are running back.
Bro, put it higher on your head so it doesn't come up.
Yeah.
Slide it up.
My players are running back. Fuck.
Your head is too big for this.
All right, just hold it.
Dead ass, bro. I'm
Take a
just
guess.
gonna peel it behind my neck or my ear.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Anyways, welcome the fuck back in. Is my player?
You don't know.
This is Derrick Henry.
It's not Derrick Henry.
My
Damn
player
it.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
It's not Jahmyr Gibbs. Fuck, you're definitely gonna get yours next. You might get yours next. I asked my player a first round pick. You guys have first round picks. There's only so many. I have two options here. This is Christian McCaffrey.
Yes.
It was either him or Jetty.
Damn.
Take a guess.
Fuck, man. Okay.
This guy's a cheater.
Is this Bijan Robinson?
It is. Is this Saquon?
It is Saquon. That's like I knew you had Saquon. I knew you had Bijan. So I was like, and you said Gibbs, and so I was like, it either has to be
you're winning
CMC or Jency.
Oh my gosh.
This
This would have been the first one.
All right. Good job. Good job.
You guys need to start winning this game so I can duck the cheating allegations.
This makes me so sad, bro.
Let's do another round.
Why would we duck the truth?
There you go.
How would I possibly cheat? Let's go.
You know exactly how you would cheat. All right. All right.
Yep, there you go.
My hold on the right way,
Upside down.
but it's facing out.
Yep.
Yeah. You're good
Okay.
now. All right.
You guys see the face?
Yeah. You got it on the right way.
Okay. First
All
things first. Do I have an offensive player?
You do.
Yes. Does my player play defense?
No. Is my player white?
Your player's not white. Hey, fuck it. Is my player white?
No.
No.
Damn it.
Okay.
Wait. Fix it. It's about to fall off your hat.
Oh, it's gonna fall.
Yeah.
Oops.
All right. Cool. Go ahead. Ask.
Okay, so my player plays offense. Has my player made a Pro Bowl?
Yes.
Okay, he's relevant.
Is my player Super Bowl champion?
He is not. You're not. I don't think you're gonna get yours stuff comparatively. Is my player a quarterback?
No.
Fuck.
Okay. Is my player a wide receiver?
Yes.
He is.
Is my player a linebacker?
Wide receiver.
He's not a linebacker.
Okay.
What a pull. So I know my player is not white. He is an offensive player, not a quarterback. Is my player a wide receiver?
Yes.
Fuck. All right, I gotta lock the fuck in now.
I'm zeroing in on the target.
Yeah. All right. So my player is a receiver as well. He's made a Pro Bowl. Has he? You know what? Is this Amon-Ra St. Brown?
It is
is
not.
not.
I respect
Fuck.
you pulling out something
Fuck.
though, because you gotta hurry up.
Okay.
That is good. All right. So my player is black and has not won a Super Bowl.
You're cooking.
90% of the league.
Got it.
99% of the league.
Facts. Is my player on defense?
He's not on defense.
Nope.
Okay.
I thought you already asked that. Oh,
No,
you know, he has linebacker.
Yeah, I have.
Is my player currently or has ever been considered the best player in the league at his position?
No.
Okay. No Justin Jefferson. I had a feeling I had him.
Yeah. Is this Jamar Chase?
No.
Fuck,
Is my
bro.
player a skill position player?
He is.
Okay.
Was my player a first round pick?
Yes.
Okay.
You just gotta keep taking guesses.
Yeah, I know. At this point, I kind of have to.
Why? You can narrow it down.
Nah.
You just
no, bro,
decided-
I'm in it to fucking
You
win,
just decided
bro.
you're letting the clip.
This is a new strategy that I'm trying right now, bro. I'm just
Okay.
going straight out darts, bro.
new
Okay.
strategy.
Is he a top 10 receiver?
Yes.
Okay, so I have a skill position player.
Okay.
Skill position player. Don't know if he's a running back or a wide receiver. I want to narrow it down, but I also need to take a shot because I know I'm super far away from you guys.
You're nowhere close to getting your player.
This is awful.
You haven't gotten a single identifying factor yet.
No,
Other
I
than
know.
black?
I know he's
Oh,
black.
you know he's black. My bad. There you go.
That's the
That's what
biggest
I'm saying.
identifying
Okay.
factor.
I can point him out in the lineup.
You got some.
Anyone goes. So, all right, skill position player. Is this a tight end?
It is not. Is my player currently a top 10 wide receiver?
Yes.
First round pick, top 10, black, not one of the best in the league. Hey man, I'm like 3 to 10. I got a range. I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 3 to 10.
Okay. Shit. Is my player a top
Oh, I know it.
5
Hey,
receiver
guess a
in the
name.
league?
Guess a
Mine.
name.
Just
Guess,
okay.
I
He
know.
said
I think
he
I know
knows
mine.
this.
Guess a name.
Shit. Is this Puka Nacua?
No.
Didn't you already realize he's black?
No, I didn't ask.
He
Oh.
never asked that.
I didn't
Spoiler
ask
alert,
that.
your guy's black.
He never asked that. I'm so far away. All I know is that this is either a wide receiver or a running back.
Fuck, man. I wish I had my pick back.
Has not won the Super Bowl. So
let's throw him a lifeline. I already told him he's black. You have running back.
Perfect. Is this?
I'm that confident. I'm giving out tips.
Okay. Is
Watch
this,
me be wrong.
No, it would be a crazy pool. Is this Josh Jacobs?
That's not Josh Jacobs.
No.
Is it CeeDee Lamb?
It is.
Yes. God damn it.
The first round pick question. You gotta start asking the first round pick question. That narrows it down a lot.
Is this Jetta?
No.
No, you have AJ Brown.
Oh my God. I was so close to
you were
asking.
gonna get it.
I swore he was gonna get it.
I
He
thought
did.
you were gonna get it.
I know. I pump faked.
All right, one last guess.
One last guess.
Derrick Henry.
Nope.
Nick Chubb.
Damn. Dude, I'm having so much fun with this compared to the NBA. I don't know why.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, man. R.I.P. man.
R.I.P. Nick Chubb.
R.I.P. Nick Chubb.
I was like, wait,
I was-
more news. Someone else got shot. Oh man,
I was never gonna get this.
Yeah, that was extreme. That's why I threw you a lifeline. I was like, you're not getting that.
Has he signed any? Yeah, he signed with the
Texans.
Texans. Yeah.
All right, next thing we're gonna do. Me and Donovan have to try to guess the NBA team. Well, I said NBA team. Look at me. Wrong show. Me and Donovan have to try to guess the NFL team by where they went to college.
Okay.
yes, exactly. Again, I'm really trying to test where you guys lay when it comes to NFL knowledge, dating back to where these players went to college as well.
Who follows the NFL draft the best?
And this is strictly offense as well.
See, this is interesting because if you did, I know you did, some of them are question marks, right?
Yeah.
Because if you did every single team, it's easy as fuck. Because if you have the quarterback every time, instant. So I'm very curious where this level of difficulty falls and how you did it.
All right. Who is this team?
See?
Very easy though.
Usually you see some of these and there's one or two that give it away.
Yeah.
I see that running back. I see Pitt. I only know one man. The man with the fucked up haircut we saw last week. This is James Conner and the Arizona Cardinals.
There you go.
All right.
Take that shot. It's so
You know what?
easy.
Is that one right?
Yeah, you guys are absolutely correct. Number one.
Yeah, Marvin Harrison, wide receiver 1. That one's nice and simple.
Nice walk in the park. I'm getting you guys loosen up.
Listen,
right?
you give me the wide receiver 1 and the running back 1, I'm not often going to miss. You gotta throw me some harder questions than that.
All right.
Also, the graphics look sick.
They're disgusting. Who is this team?
USC quarterback, Georgia running back, wide receiver 1 from Maryland, wide receiver 2 from University of Washington. No, what is that?
Yeah, is that
No, that's not Washington. I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
that's not you.
that's weird. But okay, but a Notre Dame tight end though.
Mhm.
USC quarterbacks though. How many? There's not a lot in the league.
USC
Just get 'em out.
quarterbacks. There's Caleb Williams. This is not that. There's Sam Darnold.
Fair, but that's not Kenneth Walker.
Oh, it's not Kenneth Walker. Shit. And that's definitely not JSN on one of the outside receivers.
Exactly.
Ooh, who is this? Mama Blink, another USC
Who went to
quarterback.
Maryland as the number 1 receiver?
Wait, did he do quarterbacks? Is it the college that graduated from every time, or did you throw us a loop and maybe it's one they transferred
It's their
from?
final jersey.
Okay. Because
Final
Final
jersey.
jersey.
some people go there and transfer.
Yeah.
Okay, Georgia running backs.
USC. I'm trying to think like in the way back of USC, like who could have went there because they had a drought.
I made a mistake also. That running back is not from Georgia.
Oh, where is he from?
I want to see if you guys can figure it out.
Well, no, we have wrong information.
All right,
What do you mean?
Maryland.
Maryland running back?
Yeah, Maryland.
Why am I'm still blanking on USC quarterbacks right now.
There's only so many.
I feel like we should know the Notre Dame tight end.
Yeah, why am I'm blanking hard right now? This is embarrassing.
This really is because wow, we might be cooked here right now, and this is kind of
Is it the
embarrassing.
Bears?
This is the Bears.
Oh, okay.
You are correct.
Who are the wide receivers?
That Notre Dame tight end is Cole Kemet.
Cole Kmet. Yeah. Who are the wide receivers? Oh, DJ Moore went to Maryland.
he
Duh.
did.
Yeah.
And what's the Washington school?
Oh, that's Rome, but that's Washington. but
Oh,
that's
it's the wrong. Okay, so it's the wrong. It's the wrong
school.
icon. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
where I was thrown off. I was like, I was like, it has to be Caleb Williams, but I did not understand, and I forgot where
Yeah.
DJ Moore went to college.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
All
So
right.
it's like we knew it, but we thought we didn't know the whole time.
Wait, the running. You said the running back went to Maryland.
No, the running back went to Maryland. That was
Swift.
Yeah.
Swift.
And
went to
originally,
I don't know where Swift went.
No,
Yeah,
I
Swift,
thought he went to Georgia.
no, Swift went to Georgia. You're right.
So you're right the first time.
Yeah, I was right the first time. I think I was looking at DJ Moore, and I said that he went to.
But DJ Moore went to Maryland. So
Yeah.
you
thought you
were
fucked
right.
up.
So
You didn't fuck up.
I flipped. I flipped.
You-
I was everywhere.
Yeah, he didn't fuck up at all. But the fuck up was the wrong logo for Rome.
Yeah.
But okay, that's an easy fuck up. Here we go.
Who
Next team.
is this team?
Tackle from Oklahoma, wide receiver 2 from Clemson. So we don't have the wide receiver 1. Penn State tight end. Only Penn State tight end that jumps to my mind is the Colts.
No, it's not the Colts.
Damn, it's not Tyler Warren.
I see that wide receiver 2. I see Clemson. I do think of T. Higgins. And I think Cincinnati Bengals.
I don't know where Chase Brown went to college. Is it Cincinnati Bengals?
It is the Bengals. You are correct, Donovan.
There
okay.
we go. Yeah, the running back, I couldn't throw me off. I did not know where Chase Brown went to college.
All right.
Hell yeah, brother.
No misses.
No misses so far. Who is this team?
Wide receiver 1, Alabama. Wide receiver 2, Tennessee. Interesting. We've got the line.
You got the wide receiver duos.
Alabama wide receiver 1.
Listen, Alabama's been the wide receiver factory.
Yeah. And Devontae Smith is wide receiver 2, so it's not the Eagles.
I'm thinking about the wide receivers that came from Tennessee. The only one that jogs my memory right now is like Jalen Hyatt, and he gets no PT.
It's not Jalen Hyatt.
He gets no PT.
It's not Jalen Hyatt. I can guarantee that. Alabama wide receiver 1. Why am I blanking on Alabama wide receiver 1s?
Honestly,
you said his name earlier.
Is this the Cleveland Browns?
Damn it! This nigga's on one. This is the Cleveland Browns.
Nice.
Fuck.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, that's Judy. Gotcha.
Damn it. Yeah,
you got to throw a shot in the dark.
Yep.
All right.
All the wide receivers I could think of in Alabama, I was like, no, that's 2. Who would be number 1?
Exactly.
So who's the Tennessee wide receiver 2? That's Tillman?
The Tennessee wide receiver 2. Let me just fact check real quick.
Yeah,
it is Tillman.
Yeah,
Cedric Tillman.
Makes sense. Next up.
Who is this team?
It's almost like unfair to include a quarterback that goes to Wyoming because it's like you automatically know there's one man in history that this could possibly be. This is Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
You are correct.
There's perhaps no more identifiable player by their college than Josh Allen is identifiable by Wyoming. I've never seen the University of Wyoming in any other facet of fucking life. I've never thought about Wyoming in any facet besides Josh Allen and The Last of Us.
I'm not going to lie. Students at University of Wyoming fucking hate you right now.
Good for them. All 14 of them. At Josh Allen University.
They're not watching this. They don't have internet.
They don't have internet.
They're all riding Buffalo.
Who is this team?
Ooh, we got a running back from Texas A&M. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Wide receiver 2 from Alabama. Tackle from Texas. Center from Texas State. That's a pool I'm not going to remember. Center from Texas State. UWA Tigers wide receiver 1.
UWA Tigers. Who is that?
I don't know who went there.
Talked about this team earlier.
Can you tell us about the school though? What is UWA? Because I have no idea what that is. Because it's not Wisconsin.
West Alabama.
Okay.
The Texas A&M running back's confusing me. West Alabama wide receiver 2. They love the South on this team. 2 Alabama receivers from different schools. Well, okay, which running backs from the Texas A&M? What pops in your mind from there first?
I mean, not a lot because A&M is just a very disappointing school. So I don't.
He's got to get the opportunity to slander.
Yeah, I don't really like. I don't think about them often.
I don't rate them.
Yeah, the stupid 8-win program.
Wide receiver 2 is from Alabama.
Yep.
This isn't the Titans, is it?
No, it's not the Titans.
Okay, it's not Calvin Ridley.
Where did Tyreek go to school?
Tyreek Hill?
Yeah.
Where did Tyreek Hill go to school? I don't remember.
Is this the Miami Dolphins?
This is the Miami Dolphins.
He went to West Alabama?
Yes,
I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah, I knew he went to some small school, but I didn't know the exact one. Okay, cool.
There
Win
you
is
go.
a win. Not very confident, but that is a win.
I did not know.
Who is this team?
Cal quarterback. Alabama running back. Not many Cal quarterbacks out there.
Not a lot.
It's not Aaron Rodgers. So this is not the Steelers because his running back didn't go to Alabama at this point. Again, is this one where they transferred? Because didn't Jordan Love start at Cal but transfer?
Brother, I got you.
Okay, who is it?
I got you. Understand, Iowa does every school, like Alabama is the wide receiver.
Iowa's tight end U.
Tight end U. Sam Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jared Goff, and Jameson Williams.
This guy's a knower.
This is the Detroit Lions.
This is the Detroit Lions. You are correct.
Hoot.
This man is frying right now.
Penei Sewell.
I don't stand a chance.
Penei Sewell. Shot him going down the lineman.
Shout out to Boston College. Who is this team?
OSU running back, Ole Miss wide receiver 1, Memphis wide receiver 2. That's a fun one. And tight end, Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, tackle from Georgia. Penn State. I just want to keep throwing out Tyler Warren just because he's the first one that pops in mind. But I mean, it's not the Colts, is it?
This is your final guess?
That's my first. Is it the Colts?
It's the first guess.
No, it's not the Colts.
Yeah, the final guess. I knew it wasn't because OSU running back doesn't make sense for the Colts. I knew Jonathan Taylor didn't go there. Ole Miss wide receiver 1. screams. My first brain goes to DK Metcalf. Wide receiver 2 on that team.
Mm-hmm.
From Memphis.
Did Jalen Warren go to OSU? Is this the Pittsburgh Steelers?
This is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay, there we
God
go.
damn it.
I was like, I don't know where Calvin Austin went. It could be Memphis. That could make sense.
God damn it.
There you go. Even though I think the running back one is going to be Caleb Johnson. So I think it's going to be Iowa there.
Okay.
But that's just me.
That's up for debate.
That's just
I'm
my
just going by
debate.
what ESPN says right
No,
now.
yeah, that is for debate. He's a rookie, so that makes sense. Okay.
Who is this team?
Michigan QB, UTEP running back, LSU wide receiver 1. This is the Minnesota Vikings.
God damn it. You are correct.
There we go. You see Michigan QB, you see JJ McCarthy, you see LSU. This one's clear as day.
Congratulations. I think that was one of your first clear as one days that you got immediately.
Yeah. I've been blanking.
Again, you put the quarterback there. We know.
I got to throw in some bones once in a while because I know y'all are fine for your life a little bit. Who is this team?
Texas wide receiver. Let's just go off Texas wide receiver. As Texas graduates, we should be able to get it just off of that. Which Texas wide receiver is playing with an Alabama running back?
All right, so who's out here?
Took too long. This is Green Bay Packers.
Damn.
Good job.
He got it on the money.
Good job.
There we go.
Yeah, that is going to be.
I'd be forgetting.
Yep. That's
He's
Josh Jacobs.
rookie.
Yep, rookie. Golden and Josh Jacobs.
You guys are frying right
See,
now.
they should have put him at wide receiver 1, then I would have known.
Ew, there goes the bias. Who is this team?
Again, another LSU wide receiver. We know them. He's number 2, though. So it's not Brian Thomas. It's not Malik Neighbors. So it's another LSU wide receiver there.
And it's not Justin Jefferson.
It's not Justin Jefferson.
It's not Jamar Chase.
It's the one that didn't quite work out.
Damn. Not work out.
Actually, no, it's not him. Oh, wait. OU tight end. Is that Mark Andrews?
That's
that
not me.
Derrick Henry? Is this the Ravens?
This is the Baltimore
Yep.
Ravens.
There he is.
I shouldn't have said not work out.
No, there we go. Baltimore Ravens. If he's a wide receiver 2, all the top LSU receivers that are stars are not wide receiver 2s. So it had to be one of the ones that wasn't quite a star.
Makes sense.
It's not how they operate.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's hilarious how Mark Andrews is the one that jumped out to me. Okay, and that's the last one.
That is the last one. You guys did pretty good when it comes to that.
Fair enough. That wasn't too hard.
Yeah. Okay, so next up, what do you guys want to do? How you feeling like right now?
We have one thing left to do, and that is the categories game.
We got categories. This is honestly one of my favorite games because it puts a lot of pressure on you two
It does.
as well.
And normally, I've always been the one to host this, so I've never felt the pressure of being fucked over by this.
Yeah, exactly. So for those who are new, the categories games is basically me having a specific category, regardless of whatever tangent it is in the NFL. And I have a picture on my screen. I'm going to flip over. I'm going to tell these guys to name a category without saying the same name as me.
Now, name a player from this category without saying the same name as him.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So
What's up first? What is the first category? Just 5, right?
yeah, 5 categories. So
You famously lose in the first round every single time. I hope
know.
I can do better than you.
Okay. I was watching back some of the other ones and I got so pissed off.
You suck at this game.
Yeah, I know, bruh. Okay, so I have 5 categories. I want to see if you can name a category without saying the same name as me.
Said it wrong again, but go ahead.
Goddamn.
What is first?
Brothers in the NFL.
Brothers in the NFL. So, do you want us to name a duo of brothers, or can we name one of the players that's in the brothers?
Doesn't matter.
Okay,
Could be named one.
so
one
name a
of them.
player that has a brother in the NFL.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
I don't want to say his first name wrong. Okay, count down 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Equima St. Brown.
Okay. Congratulations.
He went with the Watt brothers.
Yeah.
Okay,
Got
what'd
the
you say?
Watt brothers.
I said Trayvon Diggs.
Trayvon Diggs. Okay, I went St. Brown.
Okay.
Is Equimus his first name? Did I say it right?
Equinemius, yeah.
Equinemius St. Brown. Okay. Round 1, I didn't fall down to the Mo level.
You knew he was not saying Equinemius.
I almost did because I'm like, maybe I should go ahead and never mind.
That'd have been funny as hell.
Yeah.
NFL Rookie Offensive Players of the Year.
Players that have won Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Yes. 3.
Oh, I hope I can remember. I'm like, hope I don't get it wrong, but okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Odell.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Okay. I got Justin Herbert.
Okay.
All right. I almost tried to snipe you.
Again,
Zeke won it, right? I was like, did Dak win it? I think Zeke won.
I think so, because one of them, I don't know. I can't
remember either, but
because they had a duo. Like they gave one of them one award and the other one another one, where it was like Rookie of the Year and then maybe like Offensive Player of the Year.
yeah. I can't remember.
Okay. Players who played on one team for their entire career.
Ooh, players played one team for their entire career. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Jalen Hurts.
Troy Paul. Or just be retired players.
They have to be retired. You can't say
okay.
Jalen
I
Hurts.
didn't-
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know.
Start over. 3, 2, 1.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Troy Polamalu.
Okay, you guys
Ooh.
barely escaped. We're getting a lot closer.
I wanted to say Ray Lewis, but I felt like you were going to say Ray Lewis.
Yeah.
I was like, no way he pulls up Polamalu.
Okay, next up, we got QBs who have won 3 or more NFL MVPs.
Damn, I don't even. Who's the list here?
3 or more.
I don't even know who's on this list. I can't remember off the top of my head.
It's Rodgers, Brady, Peyton.
That's it?
I think that's it.
All right, man.
You guys have a name?
Yep.
Yeah,
3, 2, 1.
Rodgers.
Peyton.
Aaron Rodgers. He big Peyton.
Ah!
I had to.
Was that the last round?
No, it was the last one.
One round left. I got to go.
One more round. Let's see if you can get it again.
Okay.
The list of players is so much smaller now.
Okay. It's so much smaller than 3?
Yeah.
Shit.
QBs who's rushed for over 1K yards, 1,000 yards
And like
In 1 year?
in a singular season.
Oh, you're going to pick Lamar. Did anybody else do that?
Yes.
I don't know who else did that off the top of my head.
Are you a real
say a name,
historian?
say a
I
name.
feel like Michael Vick didn't do that. All right, so go 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Lamar Jackson. You're not going to pick the obvious one. Damn it, he picked the obvious
Lamar
one.
Jackson. Michael Vick did do that. And also, ironically enough, too, I found out that Justin Fields did indeed do that.
That makes sense.
And the NFL corrected it like way after it happened.
So who's the other people that have done that?
it's
Lamar
just them
Jackson, just them 3. Lamar Jackson.
Oh, you said
Michael
Vic did do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn,
and
I fucked myself. I
Justin
should have went with Vic.
Yeah.
Damn.
You almost won.
I knew you were going to pick the obvious one, but last second I was like, maybe he thinks I'm going to pick the obvious one. I lost.
That was funny.
Bad bet.
Yeah.
What an episode.
With that being said, that's the end of this episode. End of episode 3. If you're still here, what should people comment?
Shout out to McConkey, man. Breaking barriers.